The words and opinions you are about to hear are of the hosts.
If you guys want to go
do
on
not
your,
reflect the management, sponsors,
Cave
or
Radio,
affiliates of Cave Radio
share the
Broadcasting.
video. Be sweet.
Big Al, it don't get no bigger. Big Easy, it don't get no bigger. Triple E, it don't get no bigger. It's big and bigger. It's big and bigger. Detroit, it don't get no bigger. Worldwide, it don't get no bigger. Big Radio, it don't get no bigger. It's big and bigger. It's big and bigger. Like to welcome you to the show. Where else you wanna be? Where else would you go? Truth be told, you could be anywhere in the globe. Thank you for supporting this Detroit soul. It's funk, jazz, R&B, country, and rock and roll. The Big Easy, Big Al doing take control. It's bigger on Cave Radio. It's bigger on Cave Radio. Let's go.
All right, we go.
Three, two. Welcome, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Seems like it's
Hello.
been like 2 weeks since I saw you.
I know, right? It's
Hasn't
Stormageddon.
It has been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
that's why I said it seems like it's been.
It's like that CNC Music Factory song, like, don't got no power.
Yeah, man, this was crazy. Power was out all across southeastern lower Michigan for the better part of 4 or 5 days, and some parts even longer than that. I know we had to cancel our Motown Meals thing this morning because we were without power at the Brightmoor Artisans Collective from Sunday, which was funny because it wasn't raining on Sunday, but the power went out over there on Sunday. We ended up losing all the food that we had in the deep freezer.
I lost all my
too.
food.
We lost
Yeah. Oh,
all
yeah.
ours.
Well, all my condiments. Because that's
Yeah.
all I had
Yeah.
was condiments in the fridge.
poor pickles.
You keep your condoms in the.
Yeah, it keeps them fresh.
Really?
They last longer.
Okay.
So I'm told.
Now they're
Yeah.
gone.
Because when crazy chicks try to poke holes in them, the last place they look is the
The
fridge.
fridge. That's
Yeah.
true. Dang. Have to remember that.
Words to live by.
When crazy ladies
But,
want to poke holes in them.
Yeah, exactly. Them crazy bitches.
I'm sure you're running into those. Left
More
and
than you
right.
would imagine.
Or away from them.
I hope so.
So welcome, everybody. Last week we had to cancel the show because there was no power as of most of Redford. The funny thing is, man, there was no power here. There was no power across the street. There was no power over by Walgreens, so the three corners. But my little corner, I live literally, I could fucking hit a golf ball. Well, Al could probably hit a golf ball in my house. I couldn't. But
Crush it.
I had power. It flickered for a few minutes and it went out and
I
came
didn't.
right back on. So I was lucky. You had a tree fall in your backyard, didn't you?
Yeah, well, the people behind us, or me, I should say, us every other week, a limb broke off. It was hollow right at the trunk from like carpenter ants or whatever.
Yep.
Broke off and fell and snapped right through the primary lines and come to rest on the phone and cable lines. And it sat there for 48 hours. I had DTE come out 3 times and take pictures and look at it. And go like, yeah, that's fucked, and then go and then leave, and then finally Monday night they came out. Well, then they cut the branch down and left it where it lay.
Yeah.
Which technically it's not my fucking branch. It's off the neighbor's tree.
Right.
But half of it was in my yard, so it was good because on my list of things to do was build the fire pit in the backyard.
Right.
And so that gave me incentive. So Monday I got up and first thing built the fire pit.
Built the fire pit and then burned.
Burning the shit out of
Did you
everything.
got to buy a chainsaw? Did you have a chainsaw?
No, I haven't gotten into that. I got a Sawzall, which will get me through some of it. But
Aren't those little saws? You're like, meow.
no, that's a big hawker where you. It's like
Oh.
it's like a rifle with a saw blade on the end of it.
Oh my god!
And
No, it's not.
No, seriously,
A
it is.
Sawzall?
Yes, it doesn't have the butt that sticks into your shoulder.
Okay.
So imagine a rifle like the
Okay.
trigger forward. You hold it like that
Wow.
or like that. And,
Yeah. And it usually gets through. I mean, you can probably get through something.
it's got an
4
8-inch
inches.
blade in it, I think.
Yeah.
So,
So you can get through 8 inches.
but I will let it dry out first.
Al's never seen 8 inches. He doesn't know what that is.
I know what 8 inches looks like.
prove it.
I know my 8 inches. That's all that matters.
It's from the back of your ass to the tip of your penis.
It's like a pen, 8
It
inches.
is all that matters. Stupid.
Well, 4 of them are up in me. I don't know how to get those out. But,
Oh my god! You guys walked in the awesomest timing.
yeah, awesomest.
Awesomest.
The most awesome.
The most awesomest.
So we got a very amazing show planned for you tonight. Sitting to my right is Commission. He's a local rapper, but me and you have been talking for about a year and a half now because that thing that me and Hush and Soup are going to do.
Yeah.
So you got some stuff you got to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
We also have Hip Tuck and Rumble here. They're gonna play us some tunes and sing us some songs. And
It's a sing song.
I love singing songs.
Sing songs.
and do an interview. This is like the third time these guys have been in, so I got to get creative. Once a band's been here a couple times, I got to start getting creative with the questions
I like to
because
keep you on your toes.
I'm excited about those questions.
yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. Nate shaved his beard, so I don't know what to.
Yeah, I was drunk.
Yeah, that's
Really
usually how it
drunk.
happens.
Yeah.
I shaved my eyebrows once. I was drunk. I was so drunk.
You didn't
My
see
son-
the video that we did when he shaved it?
No, I just saw the aftermath. It was like, what in the hell did he do? It was either right before or right after I shaved mine. And I think it was right after because I was like, that copycat.
So did did you go like bald?
No, I did.
He did the
Yeah.
freaking chops.
Because
or
I was
whatever.
I don't know what I was gonna do. I think I was just gonna do the stash, and then Joe was like, "Oh, do this." I'm like, "Great idea. We're gonna do that."
He was having some sort of crisis. So I was there to be there for him, but also exploit
He
him
wanted to
for
look
his
younger
crisis.
because everyone kept posting that picture of him when he was like 18.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That fucked.
I love that
That's
picture.
great. We'll
dude.
talk about that here in a
So
second.
one thing I did learn shaving my beard was from now on, this second time around, I'm going all professional. Any trimming,
Oh yeah.
because what happened is I went to
What had happened was
what had happened was I went to shape it downward, because it was going outward.
Yeah.
And got too far in, and then tried to
yeah.
catch up on one side, and then that went too far. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, I got some chin hair left still. Thank God.
So I'm gonna make this shit. I'm not shaving from now till August 13th, I think it is.
Why?
Because I'm gonna shave everything off except for the mustache for the Magnum PI party.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god! Are you doing this too?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, Magnum PI party's coming up, so I'm going all natural this year.
Oh.
So and then we have
It'll look great on you.
Jonathan Lunguski. We've had his more famous brother Jason in here a couple times. I think he's our number one guest besides Xander. So yeah, put that mic right in between you guys, and then you're gonna have to come up on the mic so we can hear you though.
How's it going?
So Jonathan got a hold of me I think it was 2 weeks ago, and said that he's involved with this. It's called the Pontiac Reptile and Exotic Pet Expo, which takes place August 11th, and we have Evan and Jonathan here to talk about that. So
Oh,
speak of the fucking devil, it's the famous brother.
of the devil.
I was
This
hoping.
guy.
It's the more famous brother, Jason Lunguski. But Evan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Pontiac Reptile Exotic Pet Expo coming up?
Sure. Yeah. Basically, what you've got is it is a whole family friendly. I'm losing it too. A family friendly event. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Crowfoot Ballroom in downtown Pontiac. All kinds of really cool animals. I mean, whether you're looking for a new pet or you just want to really check out some cool stuff, all kinds of different snakes, lizards, scorpions, spiders, frogs, you name it, everything you can think of. If you took every pet store in town and crammed it together and then made it better, that's what you'll find at the Crowfoot on that day.
Okay, and you said it's a family-friendly event. How much are
Admission's
tickets?
$5 for adults. Kids 8 and under are free.
Okay, cool.
So we keep it cheap. There's lots of typical downtown Pontiac. There's tons of free parking.
Yep.
So you can really make a day of it. Inexpensive. It's not crazy. At the same time, the Crowfoot, you can go around to other places, obviously, but the Crowfoot will have food and drinks for everybody if they want it there.
So this is gonna be like an outdoor thing then, or
No, indoors. You
Okay.
got to do it indoors because the animals, you can't control, if it's too hot or too cold
right,
outside.
right.
So it's going to be in the actual ballroom, like in the concert venue.
Oh, okay.
That's where we had our
Yes.
5-year anniversary party last
It's a
year.
nice place, and I love it.
Jason was there.
Was he?
I know, I
Yeah, he was.
The famous brother, yeah.
He was there. We drove the bus.
Yeah, we rode the bus.
But yeah, it's one of those things where on top of the animals, we'll have all the supplies you need. So like you could walk in cold and just say, "Hey, I really want a bearded dragon," and you could find a breeder that has nice bearded dragons.
Is
They
this
can
a code
send
word
you-
for something?
But they can send you to the guy who
theme.
has all the supplies you need, the food you need. You can get everything all in one stop. Talk to people who know what they're doing, so you don't have to deal with all the bullshit. You know, like, oh, I went to Petco and they told me how to kill my pet.
Yeah, you get the right equipment.
Right. And you
Right.
get the right advice. You know, you get a healthy animal. You know, right. And you save money. Everything's pretty much. I don't want to say wholesale to the public, but almost.
Right. Okay.
Like, because you're dealing direct with breeders and distributors and manufacturers.
So there's big money in this exotic pet business, from
Yes
what I
and
hear.
no. You know, I mean, there are definitely some people who make big money at it, but there's big expenses too. Keeping
Now, there's
live
also-
animals is not cheap.
Right, and there's also like a lot of laws regarding it as well.
Now that depends on where you're at. Michigan's a weird state. Most
Yeah,
states
it
have
is.
state-based.
It's shaped like a
laws.
mitten. you know?
Yeah, it is. And then it's got
Surrounded
it's
by
got that
water on
thing
three
that's
sides.
Thing
hovering
that's-
above.
yeah, whatever the
Fish
fuck
looking
that
Yeah,
is.
it's like the mothership above.
Yeah, I know. It's like a UFO.
It's very creepy.
That's a good
But
idea.
but no, the thing with Michigan is they decided that they didn't want to do statewide laws on all these different animals. They said, okay, it's up to the city to decide what the city wants. So basically, what you have is you live in a state where every couple miles there's a different city,
Yeah.
and you have no idea what the laws are. And honestly, most of the cities don't know the laws.
Right.
You know, it's something they don't want to deal with. The police don't want to come to your house and talk to you about your pets.
I remember a couple years,
You know?
2 years ago, Dan Tillery. Remember, he adopted that pit bull, which wasn't a pit bull; it was an American bulldog.
Yeah.
But there was like no
The city ordinance.
Yeah, the city
Right.
of Waterford Township had a strict pit bull ban, and he was like, "It's not a fucking pit bull." But they took the dog from him for like a month while they tested his lineage, and then finally gave it back to him. But
Oh,
it
did
was,
they give it back?
Oh yeah, he said.
Oh, good.
See, that's one of the weird things like about this is I went direct to the city of Pontiac and I said, "Hey, I live here. Here's what I want to do." I said, "Downtown Pontiac's dead. You know, you've tried to revitalize it for 30 years. Nothing's worked. You know, you've had business after business in and out of here." I
Bar
what
after
I'll do-
bar.
right. What I do is I'll do this fun, educational, family-oriented, event once a month. It'll bring a couple thousand people from the other suburbs.
Yeah.
You know, from Royal Oak, from Birmingham, from Ferndale, from wherever.
Yep.
Will come to spend the day. Well, we'll come to spend the day in Pontiac, and they'll spend money in Pontiac. They'll eat something here. They'll go to the stores here. You know, they might pay for parking here, whatever. But some money will trickle to the city, and it'll have people will see things they haven't seen. Like a lot of people might have never even known that the Crowfoot existed
Right.
outside of this area.
Yeah, unless you're in the music,
Right.
and if you look, because it's
Or if you
probably,
had a wedding.
Yeah, because it's probably one of the in Pontiac. It's probably the oldest establishment,
Yeah.
not in the whole city, but it's been there a while now. The Crowfoot.
Well, yeah, and the cool thing too is it's they have events like almost every day.
Every
They're
day.
so prolific.
But
It's
sometimes they have two
insane.
events. They'll have an
Yeah.
event,
Yep.
from 10 to 3, and then they clean it out, and then they
Right.
have a concert that night.
Well,
They
See,
just
that's
had that
why-
big outdoor music festival
Yep.
Yeah.
last weekend.
And see, they were really excited about my project, but it had to be on Sundays because every Saturday night
Yep.
of the whole year has a concert.
Oh, yeah.
So to work around, you guys know well. I'd be interfering with sound checks. I'd be interfering with that. We could sneak it in Saturday morning, but then it would screw up the concert Saturday night.
Right.
So I'm like, let's just do it Sunday morning. No one gives a shit. I'm sorry. Nobody's doing.
Why?
Nobody's
Okay.
doing shows.
Why are you fucking sorry?
Watch your
Right,
fucking
what the
mouth.
hell?
I'm usually
Christ.
horrible. I swear, like I'm a sewer urchin. I'm terrible. I swear, like, and then I'm, doing something like this. I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
No,
you
you're
know?
not going to have like Chuck Gatica come out and be like, "Cut the feed, cut the feed."
Yeah, right. Exactly. Jimmy the Greek, like, what did I say? You were thinking the same thing, but yeah, So I mean, it's just I've been doing these shows for. I think the first show I've been doing them as a vendor for 30 years. The first one I did as a promoter was in 2000, 2001 in Troy, and I've done shows in Lansing, and I've done shows in a few other cities.
I was at that one.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That was the one I met Henry Rollins at.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Henry Rollins was a good friend of mine, so I brought him in.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, when he was a kid, he worked at a
Oh,
vet
turn that
store,
mic back to him.
and he loves reptiles. So I was like, hey, why don't you come in if you have nothing better to do this weekend, and I'll feed you, and I'll pick you up at the I might even pick you up at the airport and shit. And he hates being in a car with me because, believe it or not, Henry Rollins bitches about how loud the music. I listen to the radio way too fucking loud.
Right.
And Henry Rollins is like, dude, turn that shit down. I'm like, God, what are you fucking
You're in the
old?
one of
that's-
Are you
the best
kidding
punk
me?
bands
Yeah,
ever,
that's
dude.
kind of why he went from Black Flag to like spoken word.
Oh,
type music.
well, no, that's because his doctor basically told him, he said, if you don't shut the fuck up and stop screaming, you don't know how to sing, all you do is scream.
Right.
Your vocal cords are just going to die, and you're not going to be able to speak. So he's like, okay, I'll start doing spoken word instead of screaming.
Well, for the context of this interview,
Yeah.
that was why.
Yeah.
So outside, you had shared with us a story about Henry Rollins and a radio show you went on.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but 97.1, the ticket,
Yeah.
the sports channel.
I used to work there before it was
Before they were
97.1. It
sports.
was a talk show.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had we were doing advertising for the show I did in Troy, and he came in and we were sitting there with a couple other afternoon DJs. They're kind of a clown show,
Yeah.
And
Kind of like us.
Yeah. No worse though, trust me. And they're one of those syndicated clown shows that move city to city. Every time they get fired, they go to another radio station.
Well, it's still early.
Right,
so.
exactly. It was just great because Henry's very, very. I don't want to say anything that'll get anybody in trouble, but Henry's very competent and very comfortable around reptiles, especially even venomous snakes. So he knew ahead of time that I was bringing a large cobra with me that was surgically devenomized. So it's technically harmless, but it still looks scary as shit.
Does he still got teeth?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't take the teeth.
Well,
This won't kill
Yeah,
you.
that's not harmless.
But if it bites you,
You won't
not
die.
gonna
Yeah,
die.
you won't die.
That's
Right.
what's
So it's
important.
harmless.
But did you
Well,
die?
that's the distinction,
Ish. You gotta
though.
make the ish.
I mean, a 20-foot python that can kill you is a harmless reptile.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It's not a venomous reptile.
Right.
It's just like.
But
when
it'll
they
fucking
use-
strangle you to death.
Right. Legal terminology isn't like normal terminology.
Right, I hear you.
So
Okay.
anyway, I'm just my brain.
No, that's fine.
But
You don't.
Yeah.
You definitely don't let your python watch wrestling because
yeah.
he starts trying to choke out everybody that comes through the door.
Well, what
Tap,
I-
motherfucker!
Oh
Tap.
my god.
I don't want to dwell on it, but what I can't figure out is in professional wrestling, why do guys who don't wear pants try to win a belt?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great
question.
I'm sorry. That's what bothered me.
I'm
for
sorry,
years.
but if I'm gonna roll around with another guy, I want as much clothing on as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
That's been bothering me for a long
Sweating.
time. I'm glad I
Or
got
not.
that.
Greased up.
How does this start? Like, hey, you
Wow,
get, you get in your underwear, I'll get in mine, and we'll see who's the best.
I have an
wanna
idea for our
see-
next video.
There you go.
Right?
All right, so finish the story with.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So anyway, so what we did basically is Henry knew what I was going to do ahead of time, and I let him, because that's what he gets paid to do. He's the celebrity. I let
Yeah.
him do the talking, and I just sat in the corner playing with the snakes and everything. And I wait for the right moment.
That's definitely a fucking code word.
Sat in the
I
corner
wait for
playing
the
with
right
your
moment,
snake.
and the cobra comes out of the bag and right into the face of one of the two radio guys. Radio guy by me is laughing his ass off. Rollins is just sitting there stone faced because he doesn't want to give it away that it's not venomous. Guy near Cobra basically falls on the floor, pretty much shitting his pants.
Yes.
Oh my god! And it's just dead air, except for you can hear us laughing in the background because no one's wearing headphones. Everybody threw them on the table. and
Yeah,
ran
got the
away.
fuck out of there.
Right, there's nobody in the Henry and I are the only two in the studio. Everybody in the radio station's like gone out the fire exit, and we're just kind of sitting there like, "Hey, dude, you all right?" And he's sitting in the corner on the floor behind the board. And he
Crying.
gets up, he's laughing. He's like, "Okay, so we had some dead air there. What happened was Evan threw a cobra in my face, and I pretty much shit myself and fell on the floor and ran away. Evan and Henry are laughing at me right now, and it was pretty great. It worked out even better than I couldn't have planned it any better. It was great.
So we also have Jonathan Legusky here. He's the owner of Rockabilly Reptiles. How are you involved in this event? You going to be set up there with some?
Yeah, I'll be set up there. I'll be set up there with my animals, and then I will be representing a company I distribute for is ReptileTubs.com, and I will be selling animals and supplies at the show.
Okay.
So you can come get your snake. You can come get all the supplies and stuff.
I was just thinking that. Like, how many people would come up to you and go, I got a snake, man?
More than we would.
I'm sure.
Like, how many people have you want to punch?
I can't answer that without
Right.
attorney presence.
So we got a bunch of people watching us live. Derek Samp, aka D Unit, had a great show last night. They opened up for Psycho Stick, with the Creeping Chaos. He says hello. Steve Briere, the Gasoline
Uncle
Gypsy,
Steve.
says, "Hey friends, tell Joe Smith he's a turd."
Steve, you're a turd. You're a turd, Steve.
And Justin Kelly from the Juice in the Morning podcast.
Oh, nice. Hey, what's up,
says,
Justin?
"Let's go, Joe Smith. Thanks for killing on the Juice in the Morning podcast." And then Lisa Lewis Page says, "Hi, gang."
Well, hello.
So you brought some.
Yeah, brought some stuff. You guys wanna
Animals.
check it out?
Yeah, hell
Some of the
yeah,
animals
man.
That will be kind of the stuff that you'll see at the show.
Sure, for sure.
And they're all for purchase the whole time? Like, you buy, so there's other vendors also selling reptiles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what the show is the show's just a format. It's just an empty canvas, and then what I do is I'll have 20, 30 different vendors there with different merchandise, like a little, like a mart, like a flea market atmosphere almost.
Yeah.
You know, like all the vendors right next to each other around it, you know, and you come in and you look at everything, and we have other cool stuff too. There are guys there that bring like cool natural history stuff like fossils and preserved specimens and skeletons. Really cool stuff, you know.
So what happens if two of the reptiles get out and like start fighting each other?
Start betting.
One of them gets the reptile
you spray
belt.
paint
Yeah.
numbers. No, I'm just kidding. you pick them up and put them back. But that,
You have like a
just so everybody knows, especially if anyone at the Crowfoot is listening to this, that does not happen.
you have like a water bottle that you spritz them off with, and it makes them like,
You
shy
just
away.
go bad lizard.
So we got Evan and Jonathan here talking about the Pontiac Reptile and Exotic Pet Expo, which happens August 11th at the Crowfoot. You're doing it once a month, so September 8th, October 27th, November 24th, and December 15th. There's some of the other dates. If you can't make it, it's from 10 to 3. Admission is $5. Kids 8 and under are free. So break out some animals, man. We want to see these things. What'd you bring with us? What'd you bring with you?
All right, the first thing I'm going to bring out is bearded
Blue ribbons.
A PBR.
Look at this fucking thing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy
This girl's
shit.
about 3 years old.
Wow.
Now, this is a bearded dragon, right?
They're from Australia. This is Morph is actually.
Hey, man. What's up, mate?
It's called a leatherback, so they're partially scaleless.
Worst accent.
It was, wasn't it?
Steven would be disappointed.
They're like the dogs in the reptile world.
That's a knife.
So do you let this thing run free at all in the house, or?
And stuff at home, but she comes out and sits on the couch and watches TV.
It's very
Like,
picky.
eat, like greens, a little bit of fruits.
Oh, she wants you,
Some
Don.
bugs.
No, thank you.
She likes touch my butt.
Super chill. I mean,
Looks like a turtle almost with that, the way his,
flat belly.
yeah. Looks like a sand dollar.
Well, he's got a round round torso.
Very cool. I don't know if
a
you
long
guys
tail.
can see him, but anyway, all right. So you got what's her name?
Astrid?
Astrid.
Astrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't put me back in the toad, please.
Please let me out. I have to poop.
I can't breathe in here.
This guy's gonna jump out at me. I know it.
What?
Kid's gonna put that.
Oh, look at this one's ready to go.
This guy's
Oh my
called
god,
a
that's
crescent
weird.
gecko.
Oh my god.
Gecko.
Yeah, and these guys do jump a little bit.
Watch out, Don.
Oh god.
He's actually missing his tail. So
I could
there's
see,
one of
yeah,
those
usually.
of geckos that when they lose their tail, they don't grow back.
Right.
How did he lose his tail?
It's really convenient though because you can see their giant balls
Yeah.
clearly hanging off their back.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, he's got a set of balls like me.
Wow, Don. You gonna be all right?
Yes.
Yeah. As soon as
These guys are really cool because they're kind of like a cooler species, so they don't have to be as hot. So they do good from like 65 to 75 degrees.
is this the one you were talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Without any extra heat or light or any specialty stuff.
Fantastic for people in apartments,
Yeah.
dorm rooms where your space is
It's
limited.
cool.
Yeah.
They don't need a lot of space. They don't need.
Ooh, he's licking his eyeball.
Yeah, they do not have eyelids, so that's how they clean up
They
their.
just lick their eyes.
Don't be jealous.
Trust me. If
Don't
you
mind me. I'm
If you
just
could lick
licking
your
my
balls,
eyeballs.
you would too.
Yeah, fuck, if I could lick my eyeballs,
He
it'd be
is
sweet.
cool looking. He's just
Lick
scary.
Another,
Freak some motherfuckers out. You're gonna do like licking your eyeball.
You're the most popular guy at the bar, though.
another cool thing about these guys too, it makes them really easy, is they can survive on a pre-mixed diet out of the refrigerator. So
Okay.
they just pull it out, mix it with water, and they're good to go.
So what is in the premix diet?
Basically, fruits and some insect protein. And
Yeah, exactly. It just saves you from like a lot of people become slaves where they have to go to the pet store every 2-3 days and buy live insects.
Right.
And that's just with these guys, you don't have to.
Very cool.
That's cool.
It is cool.
My
So a
dog
lot of
would
people,
eat the
especially-
shit out of that thing. It's the first time it jumped, my dog would be like, "It's on."
I want it dead, and I want it dead now.
A lot of times it's a deal breaker. You tell mom, I'm going to have mice now or cockroaches or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, the fuck you are.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know? So you tell them with these, it's like, hey, it's quiet. It doesn't need lighting. I can feed it this powdered crap,
Sweet.
And they're like, all right, let's do that. And it's
You got anything else, or is that it?
yeah, no, I got more.
It's a gateway reptile.
Oh,
gateway.
wow. Kind of like crack.
It leads to other reptiles.
It's the crack of reptiles.
It's the crack of
Yeah.
reptiles.
Marijuana of reptiles.
Marijuana, yeah, marijuana. It's actually
Whoa.
beer's actually the gateway
Whoa.
drug. I never smoked a doobie and wanted to go smoke crack.
Is there a sandwich in there? by any
I
chance?
wanted to go fucking eat Kentucky Fried Chicken like these fuckers over here.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
What is this? Ooh, a snake.
He's got a
Oh
snake.
god.
Oh, that's a python.
Oh my god.
Is that a python?
So that's a ball python.
Ball python. Little one.
So this is like a normal ball python, normal face.
What's
so
wrong, Nate?
No, I'm fine.
what these guys would look like in the wild. So this is the natural occurring, coloration pattern.
Oh my god.
Pass it down to Nate.
Just
He
call
wants
me
to see it.
Indiana Jones. Just call me Indiana Jones. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Look at him. Look at him looking at
He
you.
can smell Nate. He's like,
Oh, he's sticking his tongue out. That's smelling.
No, it might, but I mean, even if it does, it won't hurt you.
All right, I'll touch it.
perfect.
Oh my god, I'm
Pythons make
scared.
great
there's
pets
two of
just
them.
because
Wonderful.
it's a small. I mean, a full-drawn, huge adult ball python is a very manageable size.
Like
And you're
how
talking
long?
about a 4 to 5 foot, and that sounds big, but you got to remember it's not like a human 4 or 5 foot. It's a small curled up ball basically.
What's wrong, Nate?
These are about 2.5 foot. And look
He's
how
just
small
chilling,
they are.
Oh
man.
my god.
Nate won't even look at it. Look at.
Don't look in their eyes.
Nate, he just wants to be your friend.
Cool.
I'm just waiting for him to either bite me.
I don't know parcel tongue. I'm fucked.
I'm
know
waiting for him to
parcel
bite me or
tongue.
poop on me. One
Yeah.
or two.
He's looking right at
Where
you.
do they
Nate.
even poop out of?
They got a little hole.
That little butthole.
Little hole in the
Same
butt.
place you poop out of, but not
was
same
a snake.
anatomy.
Nah, I'm good.
Nate, just touch him. Can I touch you with him?
They are cool though. Oh god. They do feel cool.
Nate
Okay,
almost
so
just shit
Nate has
himself.
not gotten over his fear. These guys are hard.
That's a normal. This is what we strive to do as breeders: is mix genes and kind of make them as crazy as you can possibly make them.
So what's that one?
So this one's a leopard, pewter, yellow belly het clown.
Say that again.
So it's a bunch of different genes mixed together.
Right,
So
what you're looking at is a combination of 5 different visual genes, and then it's also carrying genes that you can't see, recessive genes.
so they're
for other-
heterozygous for.
Oh, okay.
So it's a mutt. It's a snake mutt.
No, same species.
Yeah,
different
these are
genetics.
the exact
Oh,
same
all right.
snakes,
Right.
But this is just
This is
got
the same species
genes
you're
They're just hanging out,
Yeah,
just like
What
chilling.
we do is we find when you find an oddball animal
harmless.
that's not color, not pattern,
Feel my hand.
you breed it to something else just to see what happens, and then you just try to keep making different stuff. You know, I mean, it becomes obsessive. I know, poor Jonathan here. You know,
So you just basically keep trying to make the snakes bang
that
until
are
you get what you
different.
want.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Watching snakes
Snake
doing
porn.
it is really interesting.
So how do they? Yeah, how
How
do
do
they?
they?
Mate?
They
Do tell.
lock their tails together, and the males actually have 2 penises, one on each side.
Lucky
hell,
fuckers,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Male rattlesnakes have 4
like
penises.
this.
4
I'll show you
penises?
that. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
That's beautiful.
They need to
snake.
come out with the superhero, the
Sounds
Snake
like
Man.
sounds like Dawn's Friday night.
I wish.
That's the
Let me
same
tell you.
species.
Oh god, here.
That one's just a couple years older.
Hi, fella.
This is actually a banana.
Oh geez, that one's a little more aggressive.
Different genetics, totally different genetics.
Wow, that thing's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Very energetic.
Would you say it's a banana?
It's a this one's a banana het clown, but the visual mutation's a banana.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's a codominant mutation.
You're all right, Nate.
He's like, let me wrap around your banana. I'll choke that thing off.
he keeps going down.
This is a gene, the banana, pretty much
Look at how long he
revolutionized the
is.
reptile world about 20 some odd years ago. Oh my God. My friend Will bought the first one from Africa.
And it was what?
Paid almost $300,000 for
Jesus.
it. And then he sold them for years for $200,000-$300,000 a piece. And finally now they're affordable. Now this is a couple $100. Well, it took a long time.
Well, that sucks for the market.
Being het clown,
But I'm
that's
saying
right.
bananas in general.
So it's hard to see.
Yeah, it does look like a banana and all the spots on it.
It's close enough and see under the light. They actually have like ruby
Long that
eyes too.
sucker.
Really?
So their irises are actually
That's what
ruby
she
colored.
said.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Show Nate.
No.
Touch this snake.
He is
my
cute.
God.
Oh my gosh. Oh, please don't let his head come my way. He is
That's
nice.
the first time Don's ever said that about anything.
You are absolutely
Please
correct.
do not let that head
So
come
any
my
of
way.
these snakes ever take a hit?
He's
at you?
really pretty.
No, not at all. Not even a bite. Just to like.
Even if they do, it's not a big deal.
Well, they don't like they just have more nubs than teeth, right?
They have sharp teeth.
Do they?
If you watch this thing eat a rat, you'll be impressed.
Really?
But they're a very shy, defensive species. You touch it and it curls up. It wants to be left alone. They're not
Right.
aggressive.
Belly's soft.
You know, I have some
So is
snakes at
mine.
home that you go near them, they're going to nail you. They're going to chew on you.
Wow. What do you think, Joe?
That's pretty awesome. There's a bright snake.
Yeah, that's shit.
Woo!
So while they're passing the snake around, tell us a little bit about the reason. Like I said in the intro, you and I have been kind of talking on and off for a little bit about the whole Decipher Detroit podcasting that we were doing. You were going to feature it on your Detroit Rap.
You've moved to Joe now.
Yeah,
just,
DetroitRap.com.
just for the listeners, you've moved to Joe now.
Yeah, I just said that.
No, you just said.
I didn't hear
I
it.
said, hey, Joe, how is...
No, I'm
Hi,
just
Joe.
helping you out here.
We're talking with Joe,
How are you, Joe?
a.k.a. Commission.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect. It's a perfect transition.
Get along, guys.
It sounded like you were still talking to Evan.
No, I said we're going to move on to Joe here.
Yeah. Okay.
So hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Fucking guy, man. The reason I asked you about coming in just recently, though, was Redman gave you a shout out
Yeah.
about your new album that's coming out.
Definitely, yeah. I've been working on this album for a couple of years actually now, but the last few years really just putting together the final touches. And yeah, that came together, and he gave me that little shout out. And I'm a huge hip hop fan.
Fuck yeah.
Having Redman.
Redman's he's in my top 5.
Yeah,
dude.
oh yeah, he's in my top 10 at least for sure. And to have that happen, it was one of the coolest things that ever happened. Since I started doing music. Definitely.
Now, how did that come about? How did he?
I do graphic design too, so I did some graphics for someone that happened to knew him and kind of like plug things together. And a couple months go by, and I get a message from the dude like, hey, I got you a shout out from Redman. Shot the video over, and I was almost like shaking. I mean, honestly, I just thought it was incredible that he did that and took a second, a couple minute out of his time to shout out the album that I've been working really hard on.
Very cool. So tell us a little bit about, because you're a local hip hop guy, but you also, is it a blog that you do or a website?
Yeah, so I've been blogging for a long time. I used to have a blog called Spark Hop. Some people may recall that. We actually did a couple festivals at the Crowfoot, so that was really cool back then. But the last couple years, I've been alongside Uncle P with DetroitRap.com. I designed the website. I do all the blogging, and then I take part in a lot of the cool events that we do all throughout the city.
Very cool. Now, how long you been in the hip hop game?
Since I was like 13, 14 years old is when I first got my start in it. I'm 32, I'm about to be 33, so half my life.
So when you roll up to one of these events, are they like, "Hey, you must be the sound guy"? Because you don't look at the
standard profile.
quintessential rapper.
Right. A lot of people, when I tell them I rap, they're like, "Well, no, you don't rap."
They're like, "What? Christmas gifts?"
Right.
Like when
Exactly.
That's what Evan said.
They don't see it coming, but it's one thing that I've kind of grown to like about it because I can kind of take people by surprise a little bit more.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, when did the new album come out? Has it come out yet?
It has not come out yet. It's in the mixing and mastering stage right now. Everything's completely recorded. We got a couple songs left to finalize. September 6th, I'm aiming to drop the first single. We already did the music video. That's going to be dropping alongside with the song. It's called Too Much. I got a song with Kid Vicious, which if you don't know, is Royce's brother.
It's Royce the 5'9" brother.
So we got that song's coming out. And then I'm
Montgomery
aiming,
Boys, right?
Yeah, Montgomery Boys, and the talented brothers. They at the end of the year, I'm aiming for. I don't want to set an exact release date. Once we get through all the mastering and stuff, I'm gonna drop a date and some artwork for the album.
Very cool. Is that the only collab you got on there?
No, I worked with a few different artists that I was really excited to do some stuff with. I got V Styles on there, who's one of my favorites personally locally. I got Alexis Allen.
Oh yeah.
Jonice, she just was on she won NPR Tiny Desk, so she's on there singing on one of the songs. A couple other little ones too, but yeah, there's a few key features on.
So I saw you put out today. You put out your top 100 people that you'd want to have a collaboration with.
Yes.
And I saw a bunch of local names on there, but I didn't see Hush or Super MC on there. Have you done stuff with them guys?
I have not done stuff. I mean, I know Super, and I would love to definitely work with him.
Soup's everywhere, man.
He's
it seems like he
everywhere.
puts out a new album every 3 months.
100%. He's got the stuff with Crossroads too. I mean, he's extremely talented, nicest dude ever. I would love to work with Super. I knew putting out that list there was going to be people that I was either going to forget or left out. I mean, honestly,
100, that's a lot of...
It's a lot of people, yeah. And some of them are probably far-fetched, but, reach for the stars.
Once you get to 73 and you're like, all right, my old neighbor Bill, throw him in there, my grandmother.
The lady from the grocery store.
That's what I was getting afraid of. I was going to start throwing people in there, but I don't know.
It took me half a second.
What about Did you consider putting some dead people on there?
I did think about that before I created the list.
Like,
I was
imagine
like,
if you could rap with Elvis.
Right.
Wouldn't that be something?
Hey, I would be all
you
for it.
could do
I'm
it.
all about mashing genres. I love
Elvis
music in
would be like,
general.
oh, hold on, man. You're going a little too fast for me. Right? Slow down, man. You're talking too fast. Just sing this part right here, and then you can do what you got to do. But right now, you're going way too fast.
See, he's
for
the
me.
guy that does the voices.
Yeah, that's me,
I
man.
can't do the shit.
Yeah, everyone want to hear you sound the same.
It does.
Eventually.
It's like pseudo Italian.
Like an Italian. What was you were doing one with Nick and Jay, and everything sounded like ended up sounding like a senator from Nebraska or something like that. I don't remember what you did.
What you said? So it's going to be coming out sometime in September. You think?
That's
Record release
first
party?
single. The first single will be dropping in
Oh,
September,
single, right.
and then before the
Let
end of
us
the year,
know
album will
because
be
we'll
dropping.
definitely want to play it.
Yeah, 100%. I'll shoot it over to you.
So if Josh got on the drums and gave you a little beat, you think you could maybe throw
I could probably freestyle. Yeah,
throw a
yeah,
little
yeah.
freestyle?
Yeah,
What do you think, Josh?
You throw me some words.
Yeah, you
want to
do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Can you get the KFC out of your mouth
I know.
first?
Are you too full of greasy chicken to make this
Hungry.
happen?
Look at that snake trying to
Oh,
climb
she's
up
got
the
a-
wall.
She's got the snake on her. All right, so Al, what do I got to do over here? I already got everything on. So you want to do it, Josh? All right.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's a fact of nature that snakes love boobies.
Very nice. I like that.
I'm much like
Mine
a
does.
snake.
I am very
They're
much
warm.
like a snake. All right.
Probably nice
Quiet
and
place to
warm.
go. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of beat you want.
Old school hip hop, something around there. If you
Can you handle that, Josh?
Yeah.
What do I need to do?
He's like, yeah.
Duh.
Where's that? Hold on a sec. There we go.
Look at this ball.
Yeah, it's gonna happen right now though. Hold on. Oh, we're way too.
You dropped my bass.
We're a little hot. The whole show.
Because you fucked it.
It's crazy.
All right, you guys ready?
yeah, that's good.
Waiting on Joe as always.
Yeah, yeah. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Commission. Yo, I'm about to go off the dome. Hey, hey, hey. Yo, I'm just kicking it. It's the bigger radio. Cave, but there ain't no spiders on the top. Everybody looking for the beat to drop. Just flipping, flopping through the mind that never seems to stop. I got the groove in. Everything soothing. You got the snake bite. How you getting bit? Yeah, everybody big head thinking of the big dreams. But yeah, yo, I'm over analytical, never cynical. I got my whole mind acting so damn pivotal. When everybody wanna jump, I don't understand, but I go up, chilling next to Eric. He got the notepad sketching. I could grab my phone, grab the licorice and get going. I'm just sipping on that water, gonna keep flowing. But the lake never gonna combine to the ocean and night and shores. Everything's opening doors. Everybody got a couple of chores that ain't finished yet. Your whole mind just finishing. Got a couple processes that I ain't really processed yet. That's a rough bet that you growing chips at. And everybody wanna go and pretend they big bet. I don't understand, but you so big, man. I'ma be the one to act like the big man. Blue light, LeBat, kick it. I'm just swinging the bat. Sickening, I'm just getting real fat. Vomit.
All right. Yeah.
I like that.
Sweet.
You know what I like about that is you watch some of those videos of those like famous rappers and they put them on the spot.
you
and
can
make
tell
freestyle.
they got something.
Yeah, and it's all
not freestyle.
But I mean, you brought up like 4 or 5 different things on the table here.
Yeah.
And you like the licorice, the blue water bottle, the blue light. That was awesome, dude. I
Thank
like
you,
that.
thank you. Yeah, I try to go off the dome sometimes.
One
It's
of
not
our
right.
good friends used to go by Cool Beans, but Dean Beans, the dean of Detroit hip hop, is on. He said, "What?"
What up, Dean?
So
He's got an album coming out too.
yes, he does,
Yeah, he
man.
does.
He was just in on Volcano Underground Radio. I think it was last week.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some more with Commission. We're going to have more with Evan and Jonathan. And Curtis Berg just says, yeah, man, get it, Commission. And then when we come back, we're going to have Hip Tuck and Rumble play us a couple tunes, and then they're going to join us at the table. And we're going to have a little fun. So
I got a snake.
And then make sure to tune in for sure at 8:30. You're not going to want to miss it. We got Dumb Shit with Dawn, which is the first time Hip Tuck and Rumble's been here.
I'm
for
so
Dumb Shit.
excited.
Really?
Every time
So excited.
we've come in here, Dawn has not been here.
True.
Oh my God, are you
I
serious?
swear to God.
She don't like you guys.
I didn't.
That's what he said.
That's what
I
we
was
said.
like, I swear.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, right around there. You're listening to Big and Bigger episode number 210.
Nate, you're gonna wear the snake, right? While you're playing.
The whole time
That
we're
would be
playing.
so hot.
We'll be back
Well,
in just,
if it's
just a
hot,
few
hell yeah.
minutes.
I'm doing it.
Take your shirt off.
Well, I remember you picking on me all day. Knock my books out my hands in the hallway. You always thought it's such funny entertainment. And now you're probably wondering why you're in my basement. A few hours back, I seen you at the liquor store. You bought a fifth with some coins you found on the floor. Clerk was foreign, so you called the guy a towelhead. You know what? I think I like you better dead. It's been about a half hour since you woke up. While you were walking home, I hit you with my pickup truck. Took you back to my place, and when we got there, I opened up the cellar doors and flung you down the stairs. So now we're down here, I'm looking at my toolkit. You started squirming, and as usual, you're talking shit. Well, that settles it. I'm going with the staple gun, and as of right now, the shit talking's done. You got upset about the hole I drilled through your chest. Even with your lips stable, I can hear your protest. You deserve this, and I want you to realize, which is why I super glued open both your eyes. You kinda look like something from a horror flick. I'll modify you till you make Eli Roth sick. You're gonna regret all your choices past. But jack the cable's going from your nuts to a Duralast. It's been a while and your eyes are dry, no doubt. I sprayed them with some window cleaner and you flipped out. You're losing blood, so I got a thing quick. And I plugged up the hole in your chest with a salt lick. Now we're heading out back to the wood chipper. Cause at this point you're pretty much chopped liver. I got both your legs halfway in, and then the staples in your lips ripped and you just started screaming. Why you doing this? And then I realized, shit, I didn't tell you who I am. Well, I'll have to slop the hogs later, I'm guessing. You're gonna learn my name and learn your lesson. About 2 weeks after my crime, I was checking out some crazy shit online. And guess what? My old nemesis that I fed to the pigs was wanted by the cops for, guess what? Abusing kids. So now I gotta say my conscience is clear as I sit out on my patio and I open a beer. He ain't gonna hurt anybody's baby again, cause now he's just pig shit. They're only gonna bring me down.
motherfucker.
Dad's long gone, Mama's working too late. She put the blue in collar, pain in minimum wage. So on this block, I found family. Them Barrentine boys became brothers to me. Wild child, wild child, the good, bad, and in between. Wild, oh, wild child, growing up on Mary Street. Matt was the oldest and who we looked up to, selling dirty cigarettes on the corner after school. His brother Mark was my age. We were drunk skipping class, living way too hard, living way too fast. Wild child, wild child, the good, bad, and in between. Wild, oh, wild child, until it all changed on Mary Street. Hit the ditch full throttle, Matt broke every bone. Now he rides a wheelchair, rolling slow. The needle grabbed Mark, strapped his arm up tight, shut his eyes for the last time. They were wild. Oh, they were wild, yeah. They both crossed that line. Wild, oh, wild child. Them brothers of mine named Barrentine. Where we were raised, what we went through. This street made us who we are. This bond won't break with you. Growing up on Mary Street, we were wild. Oh, we were wild. Remember, we were free. Wild, oh, wild child. Growing up on Mary Street.
For the best Italian fare in Metro Detroit, you've got to try Bella Piatti. Venetian-born chef Francesco Apollonia prepares his style of Italian cuisine using only the finest ingredients. Located at 167 Townsend in Birmingham, Michigan, across from the Townsend Hotel. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Friday or dinner on Saturday night. Check out our happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the bar or on the patio. Enjoy $6 appetizers, $3 glasses of wine, and $2 off cocktails. Call 248-494-7110 for dining room reservations. Bella Piatti in Birmingham.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. This is episode number 210. We're joined by Commission, a.k.a. Joe, how do you say your last name? Commisso, a.k.a. Commission. We also got Ethan and Jonathan Legusky. They're here talking about the Pontiac Reptile and Exotic Pet Expo. But these cats traveled all the way down from Port Huron after playing a gig last night at the Schwank.
Killer.
Ladies and gentlemen, for, the third or fourth time here in the Cave Radio Studios on Big and Bigger, Hip, Tuck, and Rumble.
Right, I gotta work in the morning. I'm too drunk to fight. Now come on, come on. Think I've been here before, once or twice, or maybe more. I was looking to score at that little neighborhood store. Now come on. Just too sore. The room is spinning. Here comes the floor. Come on, come on, come on. Too drunk to fight, too drunk to stare. Took a wrong turn. Should've called the cab.
everybody knows, we're shooting a music video right now for that. Should be done by the end of the summer. It's been a good time. Thanks, man. What are we doing next? Don't tell me, right? Don't tell me. All right.
Don't tell me.
This one's a new one. You guys probably haven't heard this one before. Actually, there is a thing that I need to talk about. We have a video for this song that was shot at the Diesel like 2 months ago, and we have it on our page on a live video we did on our way here.
Yep.
If we get 1,000 likes on that video on YouTube by Wednesday, we're gonna wax HTR into Nate's chest. So
he did.
We're at like 405 last time I checked.
So
we got 500 views we got to
So it was, if we could get to 1,000 by end of business tomorrow, he was gonna wax his butthole.
No,
Yeah, All right, yep. So that's a
no,
thing too.
no.
That's what you said, man.
So this is the song that we're talking about. This one's called "Don't Tell Me."
what I'm talking about. Come join us at the table, fine sirs.
Please.
Well, hello.
Alan's Holy Cross again.
I bet it is.
He's been watching the videos.
Yes, hello.
Oh shit, he hung up.
Hello, Barbara.
Call back. Call back, Bill.
Hello, Barbara. Is that you, honey, baby? Yes. Hello. Thank you.
They're coming to get you.
Oh, good. Oh, boy.
Sorry about that, Bill.
Oh,
Call back
geez.
if you're still listening.
Bill, John, Michael, Paul, Steve.
John Michael Paul.
Yes.
John Michael Paul Vincent. Didn't he just die?
No,
John
Jan
Jacob?
Michael Vincent.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Jan Vincent Michael Hall.
Jangleheimer Smith.
Anthony John Michael Hall.
Oh,
Can I ask a legitimate question?
Yeah,
real
sure.
Quick? I don't have very often. So, so the first tune you guys did, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to think I'm being judgmental. I liked it, but I didn't hear it was more modernistic to me. More modern. The second song, man, it sounded like it was right out of the 70s. I mean, there were all these influences. You could hear like some Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin influences.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Am I on kind of there? Am I?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of influences that we go with. Yeah, so, I mean, it's
just really
it's along the line of like the Black Sabbathy, like dirty, like what do they call it, doom blues type stuff.
We've been taking a lot of inspiration from Rain Wolf. lately.
Yeah.
If you guys have never heard of Rain Wolf, you heard
It's
Rain
just-
Wolf
it's
before?
interesting
Dude, Rain
just
Wolf is
'cause, like,
ridiculous.
You don't hear bands like your age in today's world much that have those influences still. It's almost like people have kind of forgotten. You know, it's like most people are, you know, like, oh man, you see a new band today and they're like, oh, I'm really inspired by old.
No, we're trying not
Actually,
to.
the last couple
I'm inspired by classic rock like the Killers. You know,
Yeah.
it's like maybe I'm just old, but you know, I mean, like I
The
was
60s and the 70s were the best time for music.
Yeah.
The last couple, who was the band we had before last week?
Well, Trees and Woods we had from Port Huron.
Yeah, maybe it was them then. So one of them did a song that was very similar, like a throwback, like 70s. Redstone Souls, like that's their whole,
So
like that's their whole sound. Is
That's
that
nice.
that?
That's nice.
Oh, we had the
70s.
Haberdasher, and then we had Trees and Woods.
Trees and
those
Woods
guys.
was the one I was thinking
I
of.
love the Haberdasher.
Oh, stop it.
We've had.
I was really pleasantly surprised because, like, when you hear like a Zeppelin chord, you know, similar to a Zeppelin chord, you're like, okay, you know, that pops up. But you don't hear a lot of like the darker stuff. You don't hear a lot of like the Sabbath.
That's
when
my
you were
favorite
playing, I
shit.
immediately picked up on Sabbath. I'm like,
Nice,
oh wow,
dude.
Thanks,
you know?
man.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
it was great. No, it was really good.
Very
Like
cool.
Nate said, we're actually going to see the guy on August 21st at the Shelter. His name is Jordan Cook, a.k.a. Rain Wolf.
Okay.
The dude's a fucking madman. He's an absolute madman. And, like, I really got into him a couple months ago, and he's just a huge inspiration. I mean, from the dirty, dark blues type stuff to the way that he is on stage, his, like, stage performance is out of this world, you know? It's like he almost purposely tries to fuck shit up and make things go wrong just to make it more of a show, you know what I mean?
Like that one video where he like.
Oh yeah, so the dude plays with like a bass drum, right? He's a bass drum, and sometimes he plays by himself with an electric guitar, or he plays with a 3-piece. Well, he was playing the song, his song "Neighbors" on this like podcast thing, and they had a stage set up, and he got up on like his shtick is he got up on the bass drum, right? But the legs weren't extended out long enough, and right in the middle of his solo, it went, and he fell, and he landed right on all of his stuff. And all of it shut off, right? So all of the two dudes are still playing, and he's like smacking his pedal board, trying to get it to turn back on. My bad. And
oh shit.
but it turned back on, and he kept going with the solo, and the bass drum's like rolling away, right? Well, this photographer tries to grab it, then get it out of his way, and he kind of like looks at her and just like sits on it, like pulls it out of her hand and sits on it, and he's just crazy, dude. Like the getting up on the amp thing, It just makes for a good show,
Right.
You know what I
It
mean?
does.
Unless you're heavy like me and almost kill yourself every time you do it.
Last night you almost
Dude,
fucking killed
so
yourself.
the schwank last night was
Find boots that would give you a couple inches. You'd feel better.
when you're buying amps, you're like, what's the weight limit on this cabinet right here?
He buys it with
it was so hot in the
reinforcement.
schwank last night, dude. Like I've never sweat like that while we were playing before in my life. And I got up for that song actually, and I actually jumped off of it, and the floor was so damp from the perspiration, it just like the amp like slid across the floor when I jumped off of it. It was
I think
insane.
it went a solid 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going
off right now.
on top of it.
That's awesome.
So, Hip Tuck and Rumble, everybody.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Out of one of the many bands out of Poho that's coming here. By the way, anyone want a licorice? You got licorice. The red raspberry Amish. The Amish know how to make licorice. Really good.
Amish make the best licorice.
Promoting you for this
I
shit.
I know.
They deliver this to us by horse and buggy.
Yeah. That's why it costs so much.
How many Amish people do you think are tuning in right now to
Set,
check out the broadcast?
Well, none.
All of them.
None, actually.
All of them.
Thanks, sir.
I hope all of them.
That's hilarious.
They have a guy.
We eat your licorice.
They have a guy that parks on the street and
Yeah.
plays it through his car stereo, so it's within earshot
You mean
of
his
the
buggy.
of the farm. Yeah. So they're not. Yeah, it's circumventing the system. Really, it's.
Brandon Selmer's watching. By the way,
What up?
we weren't on air last week, and last Saturday, Chuck McDonald, a good friend of ours, passed away, and they had a big, huge send off for him, and like probably a dozen people came up to me and were like, "How come you never give me a shout out?" And I'm like, "Cause I don't see you." We got 5 feeds going, you know what I mean?
Right.
So are you watching on Dawn's or mine or whatever? But yeah, Ryan McClure.
Shout out to everybody watching.
Ryan.
Yeah, just
Ryan
blanket
Hey,
statement.
Ryan.
Alyssa Kenga
How
says,
are ya?
"What's up, HTR boys?
Oh,
Great
hello.
show last night."
Aw.
Yeah, she came out to the Schwank show and hung out with us, and we all got inebriated
Yeah.
after the show and went swimming and stuff. It was fun.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's
Skinny dipping swimming?
No, not this time.
Damn it.
No, that
we
was.
went on my birthday, though.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
Oh.
naked people on
a
Nate's
lot of
birthday.
naked dudes.
Wow.
It was too.
Really weird.
We went over there thinking it was going to be.
Where was this?
Oh, I'll
When
send you
is
an
it
invite
next year?
Tonight.
Oh.
A lot of naked dudes.
Oh, yeah.
So Lisa Green says the countdown is ticking for Nate's nipple hairs. Slam that refresh
Yeah.
button.
Oh, my God.
And then she posted it in the fucking thing.
Fuck
so
me.
yeah,
What's it at now?
I don't know. I haven't. I
looking right
can't
now.
get on there. I'm
Not my
doing.
nipple
Yeah,
hair.
listen.
Oh, I'm sharing the shit out of that.
So if you
Just
go to
saying.
if you go
I
to the,
want to witness
if
this.
you go to the Cave Radio page, Lisa Green put a link in there, guys.
Thanks,
And if you
Lisa.
go to that link and click it, it'll take you to the YouTube page for Hip Tuck and Rumble. Like the video that it takes you to, and if they get 1,000 views by Wednesday, they're gonna wax the HTR Hip Tuck Rumble letters into Nate's chest.
Like,
I'm so
I didn't
excited.
even agree to it. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." Hold on, wait a second. No, it'll be fine.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna
Well,
feel-
the people
it's gonna
speak. The
feel
people
great.
speak. You can't say no.
You're the
once,
only
once
one
there's
hearing it.
1,000.
The
once we
people
get it.
speaking were you assholes.
Well, here's the great part about all this, right? So they're gonna wax this into your chest, right?
We're gonna see.
So the next time you're naked with a bunch of dudes, if it's sunny out, you're gonna get the HTR tan lines,
Yeah.
and then at some point you're gonna have to shave the rest of the hair so it all grows in even. So you'll be stuck with just a bare chest with the HTR
Tan line.
tan. You know?
Yeah.
I've done the
Cool.
bare
It's
gonna be
chested
awesome.
thing before, and it was
shit
the
itches,
worst fucking
dude.
thing. Oh, it itches so bad.
Oh, I do mine like at least twice a year. Otherwise,
Well, you
it's
look like
it's-
fucking Sasquatch.
yeah, I look like Chewbacca. Yeah, so I'm like that times 3.
Oh wait, I want that picture.
Didn't you see our CD release promotional video?
Oh yeah, were you the
And
water?
champagne.
I did.
Champagne, yeah.
I did.
And it was like 25 degrees outside when we did that.
Cool.
That's why.
It was so cold.
So
we're like rock hard.
In red.
So you guys just got done with the show last night. You guys have been playing a lot. You played at Summer Bash,
Oh God, that
which
was
I heard was amazing.
that was the best.
It was
time.
ridiculous.
So the guys from the
Juice in the
Juice
Morning.
Juice in the Morning.
they podcast there. Next year we're podcasting there from there also.
Nice. Yes.
Yep.
We're gonna be juiced in the evening.
Yeah.
I will probably not be any good for nothing except
Yeah.
walking around like, hey.
Well, I saw them like right after we got off stage, and if you listen to the podcast, I was like, "Oh, you guys are still like upright. That's great, awesome, cool." And then like they had them get up on stage and announce, I think the Gypsies coming on, or it was right after Gypsies, right before the Howl, and they were fucking annihilated.
That's gonna be
You
us
could
for
see it on
breakfast.
Juice's face that he had a bunch of White Claws. Or no, well, he wasn't drinking White Claws.
No,
it was
he had
Johnny
a
was.
Pre-mixed 1800 margarita.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So how was it playing there? I heard it's nothing but a party.
Oh, dude, it
that's
was
exactly it.
It was so well organized and so well put together, and it was just like, I don't know if we've talked and you've heard about Folk in the Woods before, right? It was the closest I've felt to Folk in the Woods and since it ended. It was just a bunch of friends there to see live music. Support each other. There's vendors, and they had hot dogs and hamburgers, and booze and all that kind of good
Yeah, you
stuff.
can't
man.
beat
It was
the price for that. It was like
$20.
$20 for
20
all
bucks.
you could eat,
Yeah.
drink,
All you could
and
eat, all you could drink, and you
sleep.
got to see 7 amazing bands.
Yeah.
8 amazing bands.
Yeah.
And camp.
And camp.
And camp.
Yeah, that's fucking
And camp, if you didn't hear
unreal.
that.
Wow.
And camp.
And camp.
This one time at And Camp.
So we got a.
I
It
stuck
wasn't.
a
It wasn't
oboe.
Alex Holycross, by the way. We got a
surprise.
call in. That's gonna be calling in here in a minute. Shannon Matsadek, aka Shannon Razorblades.
Oh,
She's. I think she got 2 more days. She's in the Ink Cover Girl magazine. Ink magazine cover girl.
Oh, nice.
she from Flint?
I don't
Okay.
think so. There's a girl from Flint. That's
Yeah.
girl from Avalon Black.
Your girl still in it?
Yeah.
No, Kristen was eliminated last round.
We have a friend that was in. I think she's still in her. Eileen. I can't remember Eileen's last name.
She
Up
got,
against
she
the
got
wall?
one leg.
Wow.
Irene.
IHOP.
Oh, she's Asian.
Yeah, Irene. No,
Irene over here. Irene over there.
Irene over there.
Irene all day wrong.
No cross, but no cigar.
So, what kind of you got music coming out? New music coming out?
Yeah, well, that one. Sorry, Nate. Go ahead.
That's fine. Go ahead. Whatever.
No, whatever. Go ahead.
No, it's a Joe Smith show. That's fine.
Not for long. Not once you get those 1,000 views.
No, you go ahead, man.
So don't tell me is a new
Anyways,
one. Don't tell me is a new one. We had 2 more we were gonna play. One of them was a new one. We got one more that we're not ready to release just yet. Okay. But yeah, we're working on new music. We're hoping to get into the studio again with Holy Cross, like
CAD Studios.
about Clean as Dirt Studios is about the same time we started the EP last year. So like late September, early October.
I think we're talking about releasing a single first.
Yeah. Yep. And I think we're gonna do Don't Tell Me, that one that we just did. We're gonna do a single. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we got the music video. We're finishing in a couple weeks. That was a fucking blast. Like we went to
For
Lynch's.
Too Drunk to Fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Lynch's
Lynch's.
Irish Tavern.
Irish Lynch's Tavern.
Irish Lynch's Tavern. And we were there from midnight, and then everyone, all our friends came, and they left around 4. We were there till 6 in the morning.
Yeah, 6:15 something. So for anybody who doesn't know, Too Drunk to Fight is about me being a dickhead and getting kicked out of that bar, which is my family's bar.
Oh, Lynch's?
Yeah, I've been kicked out of there like 5 times.
Don't ever come back.
Yeah, basically.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, things happen. It's
last
the
time
family's
was a little
family.
bit longer.
Yeah,
Come get some food.
but anyway, so like, I asked Scott, my cousin's husband, if we could come in there and do it. We got like 40, 50 of our friends that came down. We had a fog machine. Like he gave us the whole restaurant for the whole evening because they close at 12 on Sundays. So we went in there, like you said, 12 o'clock and did all the shots that we wanted to do, and we were there really fucking late, really late. I didn't realize it was going to take that long, but it's going to be funny.
Well, you guys were at the fucking Gypsies video. You knew videos take long.
Yeah, he was in it. I was working. I was working off in the woods on
That took
Connie's
12 fucking hours.
In the freezing cold.
Well, they had fires and like heaters and shit, so it was fun.
Well, plus, luckily, the theme of it provided a lot of extra clothing for people. I mean, people were in suits and,
Right, but then we stripped down. And it's weird out of context if you haven't seen the video.
It's for
but it's
freaks
like,
and non-believers,
Yeah,
I guess,
and then
and
at the
gypsies.
end, we had the bucket of water thrown on us.
Right.
But yeah, it was a great
You
time.
like shit getting splashed on you, don't you? You should get in the male
He does.
porn.
Maybe once you
What?
wax your chest, it'll be good promo. What can we make HTR like? Hot,
Hit that
hot
rear.
tongue reaming. Henry Tongue Reamer. It's like, is that why he's got his initials on his chest? Trust me, he's good. He knows what he's doing.
He knows his stuff.
So you got a couple shows coming up. You August 17th at what you were just saying, Lynch's. August 23rd at Gypsy Fest, which we're going to be broadcasting live.
Yeah,
from.
sweet, dude. That's gonna be a good
Big and
time.
Bigger's going to be broadcasting live. You guys, Avalon Black, Loxodon, Rat Yokum Blues Band, and the Gasoline Gypsies.
It was basically the same setup from Mykonos minus or plus Avalon Black.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Well,
like
Caitlin's in that band now, so she was there.
Yep. We just saw them at Boat Night too. They played over there the day after we did. We played on Thursday, and then they played on Friday on the main stage. But it was again, ridiculously hot that day.
Yeah.
It was like 90 degrees at like 10:30 at night, dude.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I couldn't do it anymore.
So you got those two shows that are already announced, but before we went on air, you said that you guys just booked a show that you wanted to talk about. So drop the surprise.
Surprise!
September 14th, right,
That's my
Jonesy?
birthday.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
I'll be at Lollapalooza though.
Oh,
yeah.
fine. Fuck you.
September September 14th, we got booked at the Emerald Theater in Mount Clemens to open up for a Nirvana tribute band, which is it's going to be the biggest venue I think that we've played so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Emerald's
shitting
really
myself.
Yeah.
What's the name of that band? It smells like teen underwear.
I don't know. We haven't gotten the name of the
I mean,
band
Spirit.
yet.
It's like
Yeah, no, it's
Spirit.
Spirit. Yeah. No, we haven't gotten the name of the band yet. We're still like getting information about it, but we got confirmed for it today. So
Sweet.
I'm pretty stoked about it. You know, it's really cool to go to a venue and like a show that you got to like send your stage plot and a rider and fucking all that kind of
Right.
professional stuff.
No brown M&Ms. All
Yeah,
that shit.
right. Yeah. I want a salad.
It's so new that they don't even have it on the list for shows.
Nope, not yet.
I believe it's being announced this week, technically.
Yeah, so we gotta.
Whoops.
Well,
There's only like 5 people listening.
Speaking of announcements, go ahead, Eric. And fucking A.
Never mind.
Hold on.
Jesus, Christmas on a cracker.
welcome to Big and Bigger. Who's this?
we almost.
Hey, what's going on? It's Shannon Resblade from House Resblade.
What's up? How are you?
Hey, I am absolutely wonderful. How's everybody doing down there?
We're doing
Fantastic.
great. Just getting to know Hip Tuck and Rumble a little bit more. We got Commission, local rapper in here, and then we got Evan and Jonathan Legusky. They're promoting the Pontiac Reptile and Exotic Pet Expo coming up at the Crowfoot. So what's
At
up?
the Crowfoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's on your side of town, isn't it?
Since I have you guys on right there, do you have ravens?
Raven? No, Raven.
No. Like, do you guys have ravens like the animals?
No, ravens are pretty advanced. They're very expensive. They have to be trained. You have to have permits and licenses. Those are a little upscale for the standard.
Yes, that was totally random. Like, I would love to do a photo shoot with some ravens. That'd be freaking badass.
If you want to get my info at some point, I have a couple friends that do exotic animals for educational shows and stuff. And one of them is an extremely attractive female who does photo shoots with her pet raven.
Oh, there you go, Shannon. I'll send you his contact info, Shannon.
Awesome. Thank you. That
So-
would be awesome very much.
So you made it to the semifinals of the Inked magazine cover girl thing. How can we?
I sure
so
did.
Tell us a little bit about that. How can we vote for you and all that good stuff?
For one, I have been spamming all over Facebook. It's also on my Instagram. The link's in the bio. A ton of people have come out of the woodwork to help support me on this. Everybody that I know has been sharing it. So if you just look up Shannon Razorblade on Facebook, you will find all the links. And it is literally so easy to vote. You click on the link, you click on login with Facebook, and you click vote, and boom, it is done. That's it. It's 2 seconds. And it's daily voting. There's 3 more days left in the semifinals, and then it is on like Donkey Kong for the finals.
Very cool. So how did you get involved in this? I know you're tatted up and you do a lot of cool stuff. But what made you want to get involved in this contest?
I've actually, Ernie Bustamante is one of the exclusive photographers for Inked magazine. He's a good friend of mine. He kind of passed along the message. I didn't even know they did this contest. It's like a yearly or every other year thing. And he kind of sent me the link and said, hey, you should do this. I was like, yes, I most certainly should. Let me get down on that. So here we are. I'm doing it. I'm in the semifinals, and I'm super stoked to win. I want to win. I want to win so bad.
Yeah, because first prize is like $100K, isn't it, or something like that?
It's 25,000, but I mean,
close.
when you're broke like me, 25 grand. Yeah,
It's like
the
100K.
same thing as 100 grand, you know.
Exactly. Very cool. So we'll have to get you back in here also as soon as you. I know Halloween you do a bunch of stuff, so maybe we'll get you in here in a couple months, talking about and everything you got coming on.
Heck yeah, that would be fantastic. The hunt I'm at this year opens up Friday the 13th in September.
Nice.
You doing that House
We've
of
been
Razor
up there
Blades
doing
again?
a whole bunch of builds, so you'll have to get me in there before Friday the 13th.
You doing that House of Razor Blades again that you did last year?
No, I am not actually. I'm kind of stepping down a little bit from the performing stuff as far as the freak show stuff goes anyways. But we have a brand new attraction that I've actually been helping build from scratch. So I'm going to be out in the haunted forest at this brand new attraction, and I'm super stoked about it.
Sweet.
It's one of my all-time favorite characters.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't give it away, but it's one of my all-time favorite childhood stories. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Very cool. Well, Shannon, thank you for calling in. And again, if you guys go to Shannon Razor Blades, that's what your Instagram is too, right? Shannon Razor Blades.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Go there, click on the vote daily for the next couple days, and help her get that much closer to the $25,000 grand prize for being the Inked magazine cover girl.
Please and thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
See you, Shannon.
Rock on. Bye.
So I will not be visiting this forest, just so you know. I would be. See how he screamed with the little lizard? No way, Jose. I will be like this. My hands will be sweating. You guys will have nail marks all over you.
Like Nate with a snake near him?
Yeah.
We'll go not like that snake at all.
I will probably really make you bleed.
All right, we're gonna
I'll be
take.
like,
I'm not afraid.
We're gonna take a real quick break because
Amen,
we're
man.
7 minutes. So
we'll
7 minutes.
We'll video it with Progos.
Progos? Is that like the Latin promo? Is that like
What are they called?
ancient
Progos,
Greece
right?
promo?
GoPros. Well, I was close.
In ancient Greece, they did progos.
It sounds like a really good
They
pastry.
took a tablet of stone and they chiseled in an advertisement. 4 guys held it up and showed people as they walked by. It was progos.
All right, we're gonna take a real quick break. When we come back, we're gonna have Dumb Shit with Dawn, everybody's favorite segment. So get your get ready,
primed and
come on
ready.
over here. I'm gonna leave you with a little Emily Rose, which is one of our good friends. We'll be back in about 6 minutes with Dumb Shit with Dawn right here on Big and Bigger, episode number 210.
I gotta pee.
Between the skyscraper on the prairie and where the west begins, iron workers worked on the Missouri River Bridge. He said the profits of the trade were well worth the risk. We raised 5 babes, you were our 6th. And each morning I'd watch him go, my nose against our foggy North Dakota ranch home window. Your daddy was a builder of many things. I only wish he would have built himself some wings. I took a seamstress job in Bismarck after Papa took the fall, and looked after you. Joe became the bearing wall. Had no means for a burial, we were barely keeping fed, but we can lay these flowers on the Missouri Riverbed. And each morning, wake up parade. If your back's against a wall that will not budge, then leave your love engraved. Your daddy was a builder of many things. I only wish he would have built himself some wings. find out the story isn't true at all. They'll say we regret to inform you that your father has just died. You'll tell them you already got that news as a little child. I could not bear to say the only bridge your daddy built was the one he used to walk away. Your daddy was a builder of many things. I only wish he would have built himself some wings. I only wish he could have built himself some wings.
Attention listeners, affordable podcast opportunities await. Cave Radio is looking for podcasters to join our ever-growing family. We offer affordable studio time, live shows, caller interaction, podcast archives, video stream-ready studios, and much, much more. For more information, contact DJeer at caveradiobroadcasting.com. That's DEEJER at caveradiobroadcasting.com or BigAlCRB at yahoo.com or message us on the Cave Radio Facebook page.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Slovakian trap cone.
That's correct.
It is one of those. It's an anal butt plug that's shaped in a cone that is super small for men, Czechoslovakian men.
So what?
Czechoslovakian.
Czechoslovakia? From Czechoslovakia?
Czechoslovakia.
That's pedoccle.
It's time for Dumb Shit.
Oh, and they're already lining up.
Welcome back, everybody, to
Pressure is on. The pressure.
They're already lining up
It's the
for you,
pressure.
Don.
Welcome back to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. Episode number 210.
210.
Welcome to Dumb Shit with Dawn. This is where we ask Dawn a bunch of questions that a fifth grader can answer. My son is actually watching
Oh my God.
on
Hi, Mace.
Facebook Live. He wanted to call in,
Hi, Mason.
but I told him no. All right, so I got to bring this up. So Joe Jabber says, "What's
Yeah.
up?"
What up,
Oh,
Joe?
Nate
Hi,
Deer's
Joe.
listening.
Joe Jabber, I'm sorry, brother. I'm so sorry that I didn't. That I dropped the ball in the golf with the power outages and
Dropped
all
the
that.
golf ball?
Yeah, I dropped the
I
ball,
would've-
and I feel
I
like a
would've
dick.
golfed.
I feel like a dick.
Missy Campow just says, "Hey fuckers, Avon and I were going to swing in and surprise you tonight, but rehearsal got out early. Love you." By the way, Avon Campow got the part in that thing in New York. Yeah, and he I think they flew out to New York last week or drove out to New York last week, and he filmed it and everything. It's a little
Yeah.
short story. Tim Hunter says it's always hot in the schwank. That's part of the ambience. Brandon Selmer says, "When is Dawn going to do a bikini show?"
Oh,
You never.
So here we go. Dumb Shit with Dawn. I don't even know what.
if we get 1,000 views on this video, Dawn will do the next one in the bikini top.
Oh God. Maybe.
After she
Maybe.
waxes Nate's chest.
I will totally do that.
All right.
I don't even need 1,000 likes.
I just want to see Nate yell out Kelly Clarkson on that first pull.
All right, Dawn, you ready?
Yes,
All
I am.
right, here we go.
Okay.
What is the name of the imaginary line that separates the north and the south part of the Earth?
Equator.
Can you say that again, please?
Equator. Right?
Yep. Equator.
Equator. Am I pronouncing it incorrectly?
Where is
Equator.
Where is Big Ben?
Big Ben. It's a big clock.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
is. Where is it?
Not in the USA.
Technically, it's a big clock tower.
It's a
but, yeah.
big clock tower.
It's actually the Big Ben is the clock itself, not the tower.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But where is it?
It's the same thing.
No, you're right. But where is
England?
I will take England. It's in London. But I will
London.
take England. I also would have took Pittsburgh because he's the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben. They call him
clock
Big Ben.
is?
No.
I would've known that.
Yeah, I would have
These days, it's like the clock. He doesn't move much.
Yeah. All right. What state is called the Golden State?
The Golden State. Is that the one that has a Golden Gate Bridge?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Could be.
Golden. Let
What
me
state
think.
is called the Golden State?
That would be Texas. All right. How about?
That's the Lone Star State. You've already answered that one, by the way.
Oh. How about Idaho?
No.
You have good potatoes.
That's
though.
California?
Yeah, it's
Ding, ding, ding,
California.
ding,
You had it right.
California.
You had it right off the bat. The Golden Gate Bridge
Yeah.
is in California.
You know, the one in Texas, the Golden Gate Bridge
Yeah.
of San Antonio.
The big horns.
What singer sang Uptown Girl and Piano Man?
Oh, that was one guy.
Yeah.
That's why I said
it's
singer,
a singer.
not group.
Paul McCartney.
Ooh.
No, Billy Idol.
Closer.
You got the first name right.
Billy
Bag of donuts.
Holiday.
Billy.
I know it's not him, but
He was married to Christy
Billy.
Brinkley.
Billy.
I'm feeling your
Billy.
vibes. Just give it to my eyes.
David Chuck the Freak used his name to describe fellatio.
Blowjobs, yeah. I got Billy
Job.
Joel.
Billy Job.
Billy Joel.
Dude,
Billy
she
Joel.
gave the best Billy job I've ever had.
Oh man, what a good Billy job I just got.
What is glass made from?
Stones. Sand.
That was close.
I'll give you half.
Yeah, it started with an S also, so you get
It
half
did.
point.
And they're similar. Are they?
I guess, yeah, because sand is just crushed
They're
up rocks. right?
together all the time.
All right.
time?
What does the word annual mean?
Annually.
In the butt.
That's
Annual.
What does the word annually
annual. Yearly.
Very good.
All around.
mean? What's the largest planet in our solar system?
Uranus.
Not at the table.
You just wanted to say that.
Not at the
I
table.
did want to say that. All right.
What's the largest planet in our solar system?
Is that Neptune? Saturn? Venus?
You'll
Mars?
get it soon.
Mars is the smallest. Mercury.
Mercury's actually the smallest. Jupiter is the name of the planet.
Jupiter.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
the only one you had left.
I always do that. I always pick the last one.
All right. How many periods are there in a hockey game?
4.
Is this a men's game or a women's
3.
game?
3.
I'll give you half. I'll give you half on that one. Who lives in the Sherwood Forest?
The Loch Ness Monster. No, the
What?
Scat Squatch guy.
Sam Squatch?
Sam Squatch.
Sam
Squatch.
Scat Squatch. He's the shits all over the
That
place.
Bigfoot guy?
Eh.
Right?
No.
No.
Who lives in the Sherwood Forest?
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah,
Who-
Scat
Winnie the
Squatch
Pooh?
probably lives there. Winnie the Pooh? No, he lives. He lives in a forest, but no.
100 Acre Woods.
Yeah, the 100 Acre Woods, yeah.
Thanks,
Oh,
Nate.
wow. Nice, Nate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He shoots bow and arrows.
The Robin Hood.
Oh,
The Robin
the
Hood.
Robin Hood.
Not,
Ding, ding,
not
ding.
a Robin Hood. The Robin Hood.
The Robin Hood.
In what state is Pikes Peak?
Pikes Peak. That's skiing, right?
Sure. There's a racetrack up there too, like car racing.
Colorado.
Good job.
Wow.
Ding, ding.
Snow.
Good job. Who is G.I. Joe's enemy?
Oh, snakeskin guy. What?
You said it.
Snakeskin guy.
Snakeskins guy.
Is that snakeskin guy, right?
Snakeskins guy?
Stop.
What is skank skin?
Breathe.
Well.
All right.
Did you say scat?
Snake guy.
What is G.I. Joe's enemy? Actually, Evan talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's in an I will tell you it's in an organization, not a particular person.
Yeah. And it's called something that he said earlier.
I wasn't listening.
Obviously.
We bring guests.
At least she's
in.
honest.
Oh God. I do know this. I love that movie. It's my bedtime movie.
Wait a
Think
minute.
of the
I
logos.
go night with it.
Think of the logos on the two sides.
Snake Eyes.
That's
God,
actually
you're
one of,
so
that's
close.
actually one of the guys, but no.
But what was the
Cobra.
logo he wore?
Cobra.
Cobra. The snake.
Yeah,
I was listening, actually.
I was.
What is
Come to think of it,
stupid?
I was,
I was
listening.
listening. All right.
Remember.
All right. Let's see here. When you're dashing through the snow,
In a one-horse open sleigh.
what are you
Wow.
riding?
Or the fields we go. What are we doing all the way,
Laughing
though?
all the way.
We are laughing, correct.
What is Mickey Mouse's dog's name?
Pluto.
Very
Nice.
good.
Very good. In what creature are pearls found? In what creature are pearls found?
Those
My
are
ex-girlfriend.
oysters. Clams. Oysters.
No, oyster.
Clams.
Yeah, you got it right.
Oyster clams.
Oyster clams.
Very good. Very
I was
good.
getting it
Cloysters.
right because I knew
Oysters.
they
The
had
clamsters.
shells.
What monkey lives with the man in the yellow hat?
Oh, that was that. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Suspicious Bill. Yep.
That would be Curious George.
Very good. Very good.
I don't even know what is going on. In
Who
my mind
built
right now.
an ark and took every creature on board?
Noah.
Steve the Pirate.
No.
I be Steve.
What kind of letter must go at the beginning of each sentence? Which kind of letter goes at the beginning of each sentence?
One from the alphabet.
That's correct.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
Sort of.
Killing it.
What
Oh,
kind?
capital letter.
Bing, 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 bing.
Give you
Like,
half on that
what does that even mean?
one. How many more we got here? You're doing pretty good, Don. One,
Yeah, you need to settle down.
two. I think I've got three left. What is the smallest state in the United States?
Rhode Island.
Very good.
Nailed it.
I knew it was going to be that or Maine.
That's not the
huge,
second
Well,
smallest.
then not Maine.
Good thing you went with that one first.
It was like a true or false for a second.
Okay.
Rhode Island's like smaller than Detroit, driving like sideways.
No shit.
It's so small.
It just rolled off. Look at me. Look at how smart I am today.
It's because Hip Tuck and
As you
Rumble's
hit.
here.
It is.
You're
I
welcome.
Feel it.
All right, two more. Here we go. Who is stronger than a locomotive, faster than a speeding bullet, and can leap tall buildings in a single bound?
And he's in this
What?
room.
He's not really.
I was like, wait.
Who is
She starts scanning the room.
who is
Who the fuck are
stronger
you talking about?
than a locomotive,
Who
That's
is stronger
impressive.
than a locomotive?
faster than a speeding bullet?
Superman.
Nice.
Wow, look at that.
Boom.
All right, and then the last question.
This is my week. Bitches.
What is Garfield's favorite food?
Oh, pizza? No, it's salami.
Salami.
Hold on. Okay, I like salami.
No,
we
you do.
all know that.
Hey, no, it's spaghetti.
No,
Close.
You're in the ballpark.
You're in the ballpark.
Lasagna.
There you go.
Well, Don, you got 12 and a half right.
Out of how many?
20.
Wow, you've actually taken a step back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you had 13 a couple weeks ago.
God,
had like
you know,
15,
I'm
didn't
Last
excited,
week,
and they just bring
She
me
beat
right
75%.
Last week she
Hey,
had
you
11.
got 12 points.
2 weeks
You
ago she
suck.
had 11. It was 14 and 3/4 she got.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
the one she got.
Like this show's gonna turn its back on you, and then she's gonna become smarter.
Maybe. Maybe.
All right, say goodbye to your fans, Don. Good job, by the way. Good job, Don.
Are they both still on with us?
So my son was answering as we were going.
He
and,
was?
Yeah.
How'd he do?
He did well. He
Way
got
better than
Pluto,
me.
Curious George. I don't know what that is. Capital. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he's on the internet,
And then
though. He's
Superman.
looking it up.
So, but thanks for listening, guys. We're going to take another real quick break. When we come back, we're going to get to know Commission and Evan and Jonathan a little bit better, and the boys from Hip Tuck and Rumble. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, probably 5 minutes. You're listening to Big and Bigger, episode number 210, right here on Cave Radio Broadcasting. Good job, Don.
Scan Squatch.
Scan Squatch.
Monster.
maybe I should prove that I'm a spitter. The opposite of you, I am a motherfucking winner. Leave your woman, I'ma get her. I close my eyes and feel for the donkey and I pin her, in her. Wait a minute. Room full of women, I can smash that. Hold my balls to run all through the team like a halfback. Always on the top, you on the bottom like an ass crack. Nigga, you can have that. Wait a minute, I made it and I'm staying in my prime. I'm all about my paper and my lines. Loosely smoke like 2 cheese. Close out the sous-vide. So no for dressing blue cheese. Wait a minute, the game is mine. Now I got her, I won't lose her. Could have been Illuminati. How I'm planning out the future. Maneuver like I'm Barry. I will spin off you and juke ya. Shoot like a Hoosier. Do ya. Wait a minute, breathe. Inhale. Fresher than the motherfucking breeze. Inhale. Fresher than the motherfucker breeze. Inhale. Fresher than the motherfucker breeze. Inhale. Fresher than the motherfucker breeze. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you all to the greatest thing God created with a set of balls. Rennie, baby, plenty of MBB coming my way. I say the flow was like a Friday on the highway. Everybody on it and my stock is growing rapidly. White collar executives can see the NASDAQ in me. See, I'm a grinder though, I never worked the factory. Actually, I'm a hustler 3 times the cash. Gonna go bigger than Jigga, ballin' on a budget. Fucking tunnel vision set. Peripheral, same budget, nothing. I make you fuckers love it. I said you suckers love it. I make you sick like finding out you fucking your cousin. I'm like 1 in a dozen hundreds. If you say you did it, I done it. Got buns from it, they called it lunch money. Step your game up, y'all can't even touch money. Don't try to give me that myself, you can't touch money. I was so much stronger than what they appear to be. You ain't got much longer, but step back and let me free. I won't be responsible for causing a scene, and you really ain't got much longer, so step back and let me free. The illest producer, lock and seal in your future. I make you hang yourself, I just give you the nooses. I bite a hole in that ass, I'm beyond a piranha. Your jaw was made of glass, I'm breaking it like baby mamas. In some cases of drama, locking low in my 9-up. You'll wind up not having a torso to hold your spine up. Got a couple of toys that'll leave you sprayed. Won't be 4 singers, but it'll be 2K. I won't never pull a trigger unless I have to. I'd rather do it, man, a bitch, and grab you and slap you before I get at you. You better hope to God Saddam, Napoleon, Adolf Hitler, and Osama kidnap you. You lost, be a man, don't be coming back to hurt me. Like throwback jerseys, you get thrown back to Jersey. And you ain't even from it, believe me, the heat is coming, it's eating your stomach till you can see the heat in your vomit, motherfucker. I was so much stronger. Just wait till I'm on the road. Think that I'm shining now. Just wait till the day I blow. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe. Step back and let me
All right, here we go.
Hi.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Hi.
Episode number 210.
Jesus.
I know.
Yes, my child.
I think back to like 175. I'm like, oh, we're so close to 200.
No, and then it seems like 200 was so long ago, but it was only 10 weeks ago. 11 weeks.
It's a long time.
It is.
It was a long time.
So we got Hip Tuck and Rumble in the house. Report here on. They're going to play us a couple tunes to close out the night here in just a little bit. We got Commission in the house. We got Evan and Jonathan in the house. They're going to be August 11th, the Pontiac Reptile and Exotic Pet Expo at the Crowfoot Ballroom. $5 admission. Kids 8 and under are free. We're going to get to know you guys just a little bit better. So you guys have already answered these questions. So these two questions are going to be for Jonathan and Joe and Evan. So we start off. We like to break the ice and get a question out there that kind of grabs you by the short hairs and lets you know what's going to happen.
Pubes.
And
Who grabs who?
The question is, you get to grab his short hairs.
Oh, okay.
The first question is, if you could bang any cartoon character, which cartoon character would you bang, Jonathan?
Dude, Velma for sure.
Velma? Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Joe? Bring that mic over towards you.
Let your freak flag fly, man.
I'm trying to. I can't even think of any cartoon characters.
Don't pretend that there wasn't a Saturday when your parents were still in bed and you were like, I'm all tingly down there.
Oh man. Yeah, like one of the Disney princesses. Probably.
Did you say Areola?
Evan, what about you?
Instant image in my head of Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, number one
That's
answer.
the number one answer.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Velma's a pretty close second.
Number
or
three.
third. Yeah. Bugs Bunny and Drag.
It's number two.
It's number two.
It's the
Just
fluffy
Lola
tail.
Bunny?
Lola Bunny, I thought it was, but it's not. It's
Okay.
Bugs Bunny and
Oh,
Drag. Lola Bunny's coming up in there. She's
Yeah.
she's
All three of us said
big
Lola
Lola
Bunny.
Bunny fan. Yeah.
Wasn't Lola Bunny like a kid in that?
No.
No, she
No.
was an adult.
She was
for a
an
while.
adult. In,
That was just in the Looney Tunes kids. Whatever.
Jam.
She
Like,
was
Space
Jam.
yeah, Space Jam. They were.
She was an
adult.
adult.
Don't try to trip me up
Space
like that, Al.
Space
Come on, man.
If you had an
Come on.
obsession like having sex with a corpse, I think olive oil would be your girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's actually said olive oil.
Dude, that's like the worst one.
Yeah, she would not move.
Well, if you think about it, I kind of feel bad for her because Popeye is just probably destroying that shit.
Dude, he gets it in.
You know what I mean?
Well, then you got him.
Sincerely for her health and safety.
Yeah.
Hope he's not fisting her after he takes the spinach.
Well, hold on a second. Let's break this down
But
because
was
the
she, like,
spinach didn't always go to the arms. If you
right.
think about it,
Yeah.
it went head to toe. So he gets in first, eats the spinach, and then it's like a jackhammer. in there,
never
just fucking
thought
going to
about
town.
that.
Yeah.
You know.
He's my new
But you
favorite.
know she's
Fuck
all
Johnny
bone.
Bravo.
Wasn't she rocking it with
Mama.
Pluto first though?
Yeah, and then Bluto.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
he's
I mean,
big,
come on.
big motherfucker. You know.
Yeah, you can barely
Little
see
dick,
it.
though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
no,
like,
he's got a dicky
the
do.
pouch
Like me.
around it is all
as
blown
you,
out.
As you guys well know personally, things don't grow in the shade.
Yeah.
At least it was a wimpy though, you know.
All right.
I feel like he's like begging out for it.
All right, and we're done.
We're gonna. This one's for Josh to my right. What's your favorite cop duo? Either movie or TV. Favorite cop duo. Everyone's getting the same question, so start thinking.
What's the name of the ones from Family Guy? The show.
Joe and did Joe have a partner?
No.
What does it say?
No, it was the TV show that they watched.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not a Family Guy guy.
Can't remember.
They've had a bunch of fake ones too, like joke ones.
Uh-huh.
Nate's thinking hard.
Yeah, it's so hard.
I got.
Go, Joe.
For the other guys with Will Ferrell and
Mark
Mark Wahlberg, the Rock and was it the Rock
Rock
and
and
Samuel L.
Sam
Jackson?
Jackson,
When they're like, "You want to do this? Might as well." And they jump off like a fucking 15-story building, thinking they're you get the guy that just ziplined.
Yeah.
That's my favorite cop duo.
Okay.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
All right, Evan. What about you?
I wasn't. The Lethal Weapon movies were okay.
Yeah.
But when they put Joe Pesci in there being an annoying little jackass,
Right.
that was fantastic.
Okay.
And when he kind of like when they had I can't even think of his name now.
Chris Rock?
No, Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson,
left.
Danny
Mel
Glover.
Gibson leaves in the movie, and he's out doing his thing.
Yeah.
And Danny Glover is stuck with Joe Pesci
Yeah.
in the car as his partner.
Right.
Leo
and
Getz.
Pesci's pretending he's a cop. Whatever
Yeah.
you want, Leo Getz.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Who gets fucked? Leo Getz gets fucked every time.
They fuck you at
Every
the
time.
drive-through.
Yeah. They fuck you at the drive-through.
Joe, what about you?
I probably would have to say Bad Boys.
Okay.
The
You know they're coming out with Bad Boys 3.
Yeah,
Oh, no shit.
They've been
Yeah.
filming it.
Jonathan.
Probably the two dudes for the dudes from Blue Streak.
Oh,
So it was
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence and,
the dude
Owen,
from,
the Wilson brother, Luke.
No, wasn't it the dude from one was from Shawshank?
Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins, wasn't that from Blue Streak?
I know.
Was it
what
Woody
movie.
Harrelson?
Hold
on, I'm looking it up right now because this is.
Wasn't that Blue
They
Streak?
weren't cops in that.
No?
Was that where Tim Robbins' wife cheated on him?
Yeah.
They weren't cops.
No, okay.
No, Martin Lawrence was a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he
okay.
hooked up with the Wilson brother, or I thought it was Luke Wilson. One of the Wilsons. The one with the
Yeah,
straight
Luke
nose.
Wilson.
Oh, that's-
Yep, it's Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pretended to be a cop in that
Yeah.
one. That was okay.
Yeah. All right, Nate.
I got the first one that popped in my head was Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, yeah.
But like I never saw
The reboot or
Do
the
it.
original?
the movie.
Do
Ben Stiller and Owen
Yeah,
Wilson.
Do it.
Yeah.
because I'm young, so I haven't
Yeah,
seen
do
the.
I love the part.
You
the
just
part,
turned 30. What are you talking about?
Do
Fuck off.
The part where
Do it.
Snoop Dogg's got like the 1980 and a half fucking Cadillac, and they're like, "How'd you get this?" He goes, "I know people who rob people." And Starsky looks at him. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Nothing, man."
What was his name? Like Fuzzy or something like that?
Fuzzy Bear.
Yeah,
Fuzzy Bear.
yeah. That was was the one of the original characters on the, and that guy's actually in the movie, the original Huggy
Huggy
Bear.
Bear.
Oh, Huggy Bear.
Huggy
yeah.
Bear, yeah.
Fuzzy
Fozzie
Bear.
the Bear's a Muppet.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
All right.
Some
What a
streams got
fucking
crossed there.
great segue, dude. Jonathan,
Which Muppet would you
What's
like
up?
to fuck?
who's your favorite Muppet?
My favorite Muppet?
Yeah, who's your favorite Muppet?
Oh fuck, gotta be Swedish Chef.
I don't always Hergenbergen, Flurgen, Hergendurgen, but when I do, I Durgen, Durgen, Burger, Flurgendurgen.
Joe, what about you?
Kermit.
Kermit. All right. Evan.
I was trying to think of his name. The crazy red guy.
Animal?
Never talks. No, he's Animal.
Animal?
Animal.
Oh, okay.
Animal's the best.
Oh, okay. So Evan. So we've been around the reptile industry. I work. One of the dudes I work for is Eric Erb. Does he not remind you of Animal as a human incarnate?
Ooh, Animal was like insane, and Eric's like one of the chillest people in the history of the earth I've ever met.
Really?
Around me.
Did you see what he did at my wedding?
No. Well, I wasn't invited, but you remember when we
Oh.
went to the Rancid? If you remember when we went to the
Damn.
Rancid concert, and all the people around us were losing
This
their
is where
fucking
Evan and Jonathan
minds.
break up as partners.
And, right. and that's the end, man. I'm
Take
so
my
sick of
snakes,
you
you
hurting
take
my
your
feelings
snakes.
like this. But no, we're at the Rancid concert, and there's a gajillion crazy people there getting drunk and stoned and running around. Eric's standing next to me like this. For those of you who are on radio, he was glassy-eyed and half-conscious the whole night, talking in slow, like Jim Morrison sentences about the
Because he
bizarre
took an
things.
edible.
Yeah. So
He don't
it's
do- he
funny
don't
that
do
you
nothing,
say, like,
dude.
Animal, he's around me every time I see him. He's always like Mr. Chill.
Oh fuck, we almost went to jail over the shit he pulled like at the rehearsal dinner.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
I miss out on all the good stuff.
Joe, what about you?
Favorite Muppet, huh?
Yep. Who would you like to stick your hand up in?
Miss Piggy.
Oh.
No, I think the Swedish chef's.
Dude, that's kind of like some fucking liver and shit.
You like some? You like
Squeal
yourself
like a pig.
You like yourself a BBM, huh? A big beautiful
sometimes,
Muppet.
Sometimes, yeah. No, but I think my favorite has got to be the Swedish chef's like his
remake?
helper.
Oh,
where he's just like me.
No,
Beaker.
that was the.
Oh, Beaker. Yeah, Beaker.
That was
That's
the
his name.
scientist guy's
Beaker's
helper.
with the scientists. Not
Yeah.
Ball
Oh
Head.
yeah. Yeah, Beaker.
We were driving down the road and saw a human beaker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker had a head this tall,
They
man.
call those tweakers.
Well, speaking of Popeye, I remember Popeye the movie. The one dude had the, he's got that big long
Right.
neck that stretched up and down. He was like Beaker.
Nate, favorite Muppet.
It's a cross between Animal and Dr. Teeth.
Dr.
Oh.
Teeth.
Yeah. Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem.
Yeah, that was a great.
Electric Mayhem. Yeah.
That was they modeled that dude after the guy that just died, Dr. John or Dr.
Oh, the guy from
the
New
blues
Orleans,
guy that
right?
just died.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. That's fucking awesome.
Josh, favorite Muppet.
I'm gonna have to go with Chef.
The chef? Yeah. Okay. All right. This is for.
How about one of the chickens?
Yeah.
Oh no, the chickens are always fun.
The ones that Gonzo fucked?
Gonzo's chickens?
Yeah. He fucked those chickens.
Oh, hell
for
yeah,
sure.
he did. All right.
And those two old guys in the balcony watched.
Oh,
Stafford and
what the
Wallace.
fuck?
Oh man, they are my.
Stafford and.
What the fuck?
Like
What was the name of the one chicken
Walter-
that like
Wal-
he had like a session with though?
Google
It was
that
always
shit.
blushing.
No, you remember Gonzo had that one.
Yeah, but the chicken was always blushing.
Yeah, what was the fucking name of the
They were
chicken?
insinuating they like just came out of the closet
Yeah.
together.
All right. This one is for everybody also. It's kind of morbid to say, but
Statler and Waldorf.
Stafford and Waldorf. So you die tomorrow, and you get to pick someone to do your eulogy. Famous, dead or alive,
wow.
doesn't matter. Who's doing your eulogy for you, Josh?
Oh, I don't know. You're gonna have to start over there.
Did we say? Is this the one that can't? No, that's the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator can't be Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
But the eulogy can be. But I also ask if they narrate your life. So you can do that too. If you want someone to narrate your life, but it can't be Morgan Freeman, or give your eulogy. Because everyone would pick Morgan
I
Freeman.
want.
What about a
You better
scribe?
Get ready, like
What?
A scribe.
A scribe?
I've always wanted a guy to walk around and call me Dr. Jones all day.
and like just write down things that he does and then talk about them later when he passes away.
Jones.
Yeah, no time for love.
Nate, what do you think?
No time for love. Dr.
Samuel L.
Jones.
Jackson.
Yeah.
'Cause I want a whole lot of motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
He waxed his chest, motherfucker.
1,000 likes. Joe Smith.
Henry Tongue Raymond, motherfucker.
It's between it's between Holy Cross. It's
Oh,
between
yeah.
Holy Cross and what's the fucking guy that played the parrot or the parrot in
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I want everybody to be so fucking annoyed by the time they leave that they all go get drunk.
Good life.
I can't. I used to be able to. Do
I
it. can't
told
do it
him.
I told him once, fuck you. I tell you all, fuck you now.
What is
Now you
that?
sound like
Christopher
Schwarzenegger.
Walken.
I was like, yeah.
Wow.
That was
It's a really
Christopher
bad-
Walken.
Where are you going?
Evan, what about you?
Everywhere.
Oh, Christopher Walken would be
Nope, change both those answers.
Wow.
Christopher
You guys are
Walken.
killing me. I love Christopher Walken.
He did a great job in his life. Wow.
A lot of my favorite choices are dead. Unfortunately,
That's fine.
They're
That's
gone.
fine,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
They can be dead.
Robin Williams. They talk about annoying the fuck out of everybody in the building.
Yeah.
After an hour of other shit, then he'd be like, "Wait, why are we here again?" You know.
It'd be great.
Joe, commission.
Probably there to me. I mean, probably dead or alive. I'd say like Carl Sagan or Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay.
One of those two. Yeah.
All right. Jonathan, what about you?
Oh, definitely Glenn Danzig.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. All right.
on a box. Because he's like 4'11". He'll stand on a box.
That's okay. He wears boots.
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
himself look bigger.
Should have been a Wolverine though. You know.
All right. This one is also for everyone. I'm going to give you a couple bands.
Mother, sit right there in the front row. He's very sad.
It's very sad. One band must go. So I'm going to give you a couple bands. You need
Here we
to
go.
pick which band
Aerosmith.
you must go. All right. We're going to start with Josh, and everyone asks. This is the same for everybody. Zeppelin or Sabbath?
Oh, you
Fucking son of a bitch.
Is that Ozzy Sabbath
I'd have
or
to
Dio
say
Sabbath?
Sabbath.
Sabbath? Nate.
I'm gonna have to say Sabbath.
Joe.
I'm going to say Zeppelin.
Zeppelin? Evan.
I think in the overall big picture, Zeppelin probably contributed a lot more.
Okay. So
I
Sabbath
think
gone?
Sabbath. Yeah.
All right. Joe.
I'd like Sabbath. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
Sabbath.
Jonathan.
Zeppelin.
Okay.
Nice.
I put a couple
Dawn.
new ones in here.
Dawn.
Sabbath.
Yeah.
Is this Ozzy Sabbath?
Just
Or-
Sabbath. Yeah, sure.
Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Hurry.
I gotta go Sabbath. I really do.
I would say
It's a horrible
Zeppelin.
decision to have to make.
All right. That was a shitty couple choices.
All right. Kiss or Metallica? Jonathan.
Oh, definitely, dude. Metallica.
Yeah. Joe.
Metallica.
Fuck Kiss and Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Kiss at all.
Kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah, me too. Kiss.
Kiss.
All right. This one's going to pull at your heartstrings a little bit. Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, or Soundgarden?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't hear that. Wait, what did you say?
No, but
Soundgarden.
it doesn't
Jam and-
grand
Just get rid of
scheme.
them in the
But
whole
like,
scheme of things.
but like, just delete their
I think
music.
it'd have to
from-
be Alice in Chains.
Because Alice in Chains is gone also. I mean, they got
Well, yeah.
Pearl
original.
Jam's the only one left.
You said Alice in Chains?
Yeah.
All right. Nate.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dick.
I'm gonna have to go with Pearl Jam, too.
Pearl Jam. Joe.
Alice in Chains.
Jonathan.
No shit.
I know.
This is a hard one.
All right, hurry up.
What are my choices again?
Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden.
One's got to go.
One's got to go.
Alice in Chains.
All right. Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue.
All three of them.
Jonathan.
Van Halen.
Joe.
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
GNR.
GNR. Okay.
Wow.
I'm not on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, because we haven't done that one. I'm
No.
with.
And I'm taking out Soundgarden, the other one.
Yeah, I'd say the Crew.
How about just a suggestion? The band everyone hates the most, absolutely hates,
Okay.
like the worst band.
Kiss.
If there was one band that you could just walk up and punch them in the face, and
Aerosmith.
Say, what the
Yeah,
fuck
his
do you
is
think?"
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Kiss would be mine.
Really?
Yeah,
what about you
probably
guys?
Kiss.
I don't fucking know.
I'd punch Steven Tyler in the face and watch him roll around on the ground going,
I strongly would suggest
Put a
the Red
scarf
Hot
on
Chili
you.
Peppers. Just
Oh.
die.
What? Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
All right, we're done here.
Get out. Roll out.
Take your snakes and go, man.
All right, I got a couple more. Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, or Public Enemy.
Oh.
Jonathan.
Oh my god.
Oh, god damn, dude.
That's a bitch. Well, you cannot get rid of Public Enemy.
No.
You're not allowed.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Run DMC.
All right, Joe.
Honestly, the Beastie Boys.
All right.
Oh, get the fuck out.
Run DMC.
I'm gonna go with Beastie Boys too.
Wow. Nate.
I don't know any of them. Run DMC.
All right, Josh.
Run DMC.
All right.
I'm going DMC.
Me too. Leonard Skinner, Allman Brothers, ZZ Top. Al.
ZZ Top.
Dawn.
ZZ Top.
Jonathan.
Ooh, Allman Brothers.
ZZ Top.
You can have all three.
What was it?
Leonard Skinner.
Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top.
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner.
Skinner.
Wow.
Allman Brothers.
Allman Brothers. All right, last one. The Who, Pink Floyd, or Queen.
No one better say Queen. I'll call you.
Al, you already said this one. Dawn, I think you've already said this one too. Jonathan.
Oh, sorry, dude. The Who.
I don't even know.
Joe.
I'm sorry, the Who two out of those three.
The Who.
The Who. I mean, the Who are like on such a different. I love all three bands, but the Who like changed the world. I mean, they literally they altered society as we know it.
So pick
that's
one.
how-
Yeah, which one?
I love Queen, but I'd have to say Queen.
You son of a
Wow.
Okay.
I think Pink Floyd.
I'm gonna go ahead with the Who.
The Who.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, that's what mine is too. All right. Okay, this is let's see, 9:07. We still got a couple minutes left, so
No Barrio, so we got more in the
yeah. This one's kind of I asked this. I've been asking this the last couple months. Who's the most overrated actor or actress? Most overrated actor or actress? Like mine's Tom Cruise. I think he's the most overrated actor. That's mine.
The only thing I liked that he did was Tropic Thunder.
Which
That
is
was-
very
It
good.
was a
He
very
was
good role.
funny in that one,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was very funny in that movie.
Jonathan,
Oh,
most overrated actor or actress?
probably Leonardo DiCaprio.
I disagree.
What's each person's personal
Yes,
preference?
Fuck off,
I
Joe.
don't care.
So I'm not judging you, but you're wrong.
Commission, what about you?
Probably any reality star. Like I think they're all overrated.
And they all are
True.
actors, despite what they
Yeah.
say to you.
The stipulation.
Ooh, Mr. Carter, John Travolta sucks dick.
Okay.
Oh,
Dang.
damn.
Joe.
Let me see here.
John Travolta is pretty horrible.
He's also bald.
Oh my God.
yeah.
He wears an awful.
And I think he likes
These
dudes.
people don't know
He
that.
does like.
Can you go this way and then come back to me because I can't
Josh.
think of one right now.
Fuck. I
Most
don't know.
overrated actor.
He looks like
Yeah. Well, I heard Rhino said Nate Hamlin was the most overrated actor.
Oh, that's actually mine.
I used to like him, but Johnny Depp.
Okay.
I guess I'll probably go with Johnny Depp too.
Yeah.
Copycat.
Yeah.
He's too damn good looking.
I couldn't think of anything else, so I just copied Nate.
All right, Josh.
Fuck, I don't know. Tom Cruise does really suck, though. So I'm going to go with him.
Okay. All right, and then I've asked this to everybody. Would
you
that's
fuck
ever
me?
come through the Cave Radio studio.
I'd fuck me.
on Big and Bigger or Just Roll It or any of them shows. I'm going to ask you the question, and then I'm going to let you guys think about it for a minute. You guys already have answered it, but you're going to answer it again.
All right, fine.
3 people, dead or alive, you'd want to have drinks with. Or coffee or dinner or smoke a joint. I don't care what it is. 3 people.
Hand job.
Yeah, exactly. You want to give them a hand job. You want to receive a hand job. It doesn't matter.
We weren't asking for one.
We were talking about it. We were talking about it earlier, and the phone call came in. October 12th. If y'all aren't busy, Cave Radio's having our 6th anniversary party at the Loving Touch in Ferndale. We got a couple nice local bands.
Is that the one with the lows?
We don't have nice local bands. We got 4 awesome bands.
4 awesome bands.
That's one with the lows, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we got.
I'll be there.
The Running Youngs, the Lows, Avalon Black, and the Redstone Souls. Redstone Souls are
Nice.
going to be there. I think it's $10. I don't know if we've really came to a conclusion on that, but
The
right around
finer
there.
details will come
Yeah,
to
but
light
it's
in
October
the next month
12th.
or so.
October 12th, the Lows, Avalon Black, the Redstone Souls, and the Running Youngs are all going to be playing at the Loving Touch for Cave Radio's 6th anniversary party, October 12th. So stay tuned.
Be there or be
an asshole.
A dick.
Yeah. It's going to be a great show. Avalon Black, they're out of Flint. Great band.
Great guys.
Running Youngs, they're a little band from Livonia that Al used to coach them. I said little. It's the first time I said it all fucking night.
Little band.
So shut the
Little
fuck
band.
up.
There's 5 of them in there. It's a little band.
It's a little band out of Detroit. Out of Redford, actually. Redford and Livonia. Fuck off, Al. The Redstone Souls, we've had them on Big and Bigger.
Out of
and-
Fenton.
Out of Fenton. And then the Lows, who everyone knows Wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
Wolfie.
Yeah, Wolf brother.
Was he there today? No, he wasn't there today.
No.
So, that's October 12th. Here on Big and Bigger, though, we got a very busy schedule coming up. We're booked, I think, through October now. I think we have 1 open date left. But next week we have Blackmail, one of our favorite bands. They've been in a couple times here. We also have Valid, who's a local rapper who just released an album, and he's on a promotion kick. And then we got the one and only Maini, who's going to be in here playing acoustic for us. It's going to be a really nice show. The following week, we have the Eclectic. Elena.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Elena Day's new band.
Oh, they're dope, dude. They're super dope.
Then we got a couple back-to-back shows that are going to be amazing. We got Six Smile is going to be in here. They're promoting the Hamtramck Labor Day Festival. That's on the 18th of August.
Oh, by the way, Cruz and Barrio might be performing at the Hamtramck Music Festival.
You mean
or at
Labor
the
Day?
Labor Day Festival?
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
No shit.
Yep.
That's very cool. August 25th, we don't have a band as of yet, but we're waiting for the list to come out on Thursday, which is my son's birthday, by the way.
Yeah, the 1st.
Thursday, August 1st.
Happy birthday.
Jamie Wilkins is going to be in here. She's she's the booker and
she's the music director.
The music director
Yep.
for Arts Beats and Eats. She'll be in here. Also that night, Shannon Shones from LO Palooza will be in here talking about that. And then our good friend, the sexy burlesque clown, Mabel Syrup, will be in here promoting the Michigan Burlesque Festival. And that's always a good time. And then we're taking a week off for Labor Day. We come back with Levi Bootcut and the Straight Legs, I think is the name of that. It's actually Trippin' Dixie is his backing band. Levi Bootcut, he's going to be in here talking about LO Palooza. And then Crimson Eyed Orchestra the following week. So that's just 6 weeks out, guys. We got so many good bands coming in over the next 2 months, 3 months. It's going to be amazing. The other thing I was going to say is congratulations to Rolling Blue, Spiral Crush, and, of course, the Gasoline Gypsies, who are in the finals right now for the
sweet.
Kid Rock band, house band or whatever. And this week, Trippin' Dixie, and I think they're playing against a band named Listeria or Hysteria or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the band's name is, but they're playing this Friday. And just imagine if it's Trippin' Dixie, Spiral Crush, the Gasoline Gypsies, and Rolling Blue, which are all 4 bands that have been through the cave multiple times.
Right.
Multiple times.
That'd be sweet.
So I don't know. Like, I'll go down there. I'm not going to know who to vote for. I mean, all 4 bands are fucking awesome. We represent them. They represent us. They've all done a benefit for us or played at one of our gigs.
Right.
So I mean, maybe Chip and Dixie has it.
Gypsies were the original 4th band for the anniversary show, but there were some scheduling conflicts, and I think
October
honestly,
12th, there's a hockey game.
There is a hockey game on the 12th. I just looked that up the other day. So yeah, that was kind of like. It is what it is. We'd love to have had him, but we'll get him on the next one.
Yep.
But
so yeah, that's what we got coming up, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in every Sunday night to Big and Bigger. We support local. That's our biggest catchphrase here. Support local at Cave Radio. Each and every week, you'll see a local band, whether it be you guys from Port Huron or a band from Lansing or bands from right here in Detroit. We support all local artists, including. Hip-hop guys, jazz bands, blues bands. That's the other thing. You know what? We do got a jazz band. Chrissy Morgan's coming up.
Ooh,
Chrissy Morgan's going to be here in October, and she's a jazz band. That'll be our first one. 'Cause we've had blues, we've had heavy metal, we've had thrash metal, we've had country, which is Al's favorite.
Yeah, Thrashgrass. Yeah.
Thrashgrass, yeah. We created a new genre.
Man.
Those guys are amazing.
assholes.
That
Native
was an
Power.
awesome Ash bachelor party, by the way.
Oh, yeah, your bachelor
Yeah.
party? Jason doesn't remember any of it, though.
No, he doesn't. He let my fucking cat out, by the way.
So, all right, guys. I asked you a question before I went on that rant. 3 people, dead or alive, you'd want to have drinks with or coffee or whatever. We're going to start down at the end with Jonathan. And who would you have? 3 people, dead or alive, you'd want to have drinks with?
Bill Haas, Steve Irwin, and probably Elvis.
Oh, okay. Commission.
Joe Rogan, Nas, and Steve Jobs.
Oh, okay. Evan.
Let's go with Thomas Jefferson, David Bowie, and maybe a little Albert Einstein would be nice.
David Bowie.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going to go with
Joe Smith.
I'm going to go with Gary Vaynerchuk. If anybody knows who Gary Vaynerchuk is, he's badass. Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? And I'm going to go ahead and say Lemmy.
Oh, nice.
You say Gary Vaynerchuk?
No, Vaynerchuk.
Oh, Chuck.
Yeah, Vaynerchuk.
Sorry. Something wrong with my headphones.
I think you just got dick on the brain as well as this.
Nate, what about you?
So I want to drop acid with Jimi Hendrix.
That would be dope.
I want to smoke a bowl with Tenacious D.
Ooh.
And have a nice cup of tea with the Queen of England.
She's a reptile.
Now, is that one day or is that?
Oh, that's all one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have the cup of tea first.
Yeah.
Then smoke a joint.
No, the
or trip acid.
cup of tea is like the nightcap.
That's the
you know?
nightcap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice chamomile kind of.
Wind down with
yeah,
the,
just
with the
wind
queen.
A
down.
little sleepy tea.
Yeah, at 6:30 in the evening because she's in bed by 7.
Oh, I'm sure she rages, man.
All right, Josh, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Bob Dylan, Rogan, and fuck. Say me. No, I hate you. Oh,
Fuck you.
Probably Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Okay. All right, here's the time where you guys get a chance to shine. Let's tell us a little bit about what you guys got coming up. Evan, Jonathan, you want to promote the expo?
Sure.
August
Go ahead, dude.
11th?
Yeah, we're at the Crowfoot Ballroom. Opens at 10 a.m., closes at 3 p.m. All ages, families. It's great for anybody. Educational. There's stuff there you can buy. You can just come and look. There's all kinds of artwork there, live animals, good food, beverages. The bar will be open. I know Jonathan's concerned about that. And,
For sure, dude.
That's the first thing he asked me when I was booking the show. Was like, "Hey, are you gonna have the bar open for that?"
Are you gonna have a bounce house? You throw snakes in
Right,
as the
yes.
kids are jumping up and down.
Exactly.
Oh, Nate's going in there.
But all kinds of really cool animals. You know, if that's your thing. If it's not, it's fun just to look. It's fun to learn. It's fun
I
to
like
check
looking.
them out.
That's why Jonathan's like, you want to see them? I'm like, no, I saw them.
I'm
The
good.
nice thing, it's a low key atmosphere. You can walk around, look at stuff. You know, nobody's gonna,
Throw stuff in your
there's
face.
no used car sales. Yeah, you're not.
No
you don't have to
cobras
worry.
being tossed at you?
No venomous animals at the show.
No, yeah.
Nothing at the show that's gonna kill or eat you or your friends or family. Because believe it or not, I get those questions. all
So,
the time.
like, it says exotic animals. So, I mean, do you have other things other than reptiles or lizards that are going to be there? You know,
I
like
don't know right now what we're gonna have.
ferrets
because,
or-
so many vendors are all over the place. As far as the summertime's kind of a weird. There's so many events going on. People go on vacation and everything. But usually at these shows, I'll have at least one or two vendors that do small mammals like sugar gliders, hedgehogs, prairie dogs, stuff that are small that make good pets. Nothing crazy.
No scat squatches.
No scat squatches.
No Loch Ness monsters
from the forest,
the Sherwood Forest.
Exactly. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things. It's like an immersion experience. It's like if you want to check this stuff out, there's no way to see and interact with more of these animals in one afternoon than you can here. I mean, we blow away the zoo as far as the zoo might have 50 different animals. We might have thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just there's so much to look at, and you can talk to people who do this for a living, who know what they're doing, who can guide.
Well, like you said, you can go in there with a couple $100 in your pocket and walk out with everything you need and a new animal
ready to go. You got it easily. Actually,
Very
there's
cool.
some animals like when Jonathan showed the crested gecko earlier. You can get a crested gecko with everything you need for it, including the food, the habitat, and everything, for probably $100.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Jonathan, tell us a little bit about Rockabilly Reptiles.
Yeah, dude. So we're basically working with strictly ball pythons, crested geckos, majority ball python morphs. I do distribute products for my friend's company. So if you come buy an animal from me, I do provide heating, lighting, caging, anything that you can think of that you probably need for husbandry for the animal. I provide that for, not only sakes, just about everything, like from bearded dragons to leopard geckos to crested geckos. So definitely come check it out.
And again, that's August 11th at the Crowfoot Ballroom. $5 to get in. Kids 8 and under are free.
And I did, if I could mention one more thing, I forgot all about it.
No, go ahead.
We always have free stuff for the kids to keep them busy, for little kids. We give out free toys and stuff at the door.
Okay.
And then we do also have some really cool giveaways. There's probably the biggest reptile product manufacturer in the world, a company called ZooMed. They make amazing stuff, and they're always nice enough to give me, super generous to give me cool lighting and heating and all kinds of stuff to give away for free.
Nice.
At the shows as door prizes, just to give people something cool.
Everyone likes free shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I went and I paid $5 to get in the show, and they gave me a $50 thing. It's like, that's pretty cool.
So do you guys have physical locations that you operate out of during when you're not doing these type of events?
What I do is I work out of my house and I ship all over the country and sometimes worldwide.
Is there a website people can go to, like if they can't make it to
I don't
there?
have my own right now. I did, and then unfortunately I was dumb enough to let it lapse to use Facebook. And then recently,
Facebook cracked down.
Yeah, after 7 years of being on Facebook as a business, they decided that all of a sudden they don't want people to do anything with animals on Facebook. So first they got rid of guns and drugs and everything else, and now they're chasing away all the
You
people
buy drugs on Facebook?
Well,
yes.
There was always a
Would you
huge
like to touch my
marijuana
monkey?
movement as it was legalized. That's what's so funny is now that it's legal,
Oh, yeah.
they don't want to let people post stuff.
Right.
But, everything I do is 100%, legal, licensed, above board. I'm a business. I have a tax ID number. And still, boom, they deleted my pages and wouldn't let me post the stuff.
Huh.
Wow.
Then at the same time, of course, they're constantly, every 5 minutes, hey, do you want to give us some more money to advertise your business
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Facebook?
Yeah.
They're fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, they are.
But the shows are a great way around that. You don't have to deal with all that. Because I'll buy stuff from friends of mine, sight unseen, because I've been in the business so long and I know who I can trust.
Right.
But for the average Joe out there, the last thing they want to do is go online and buy from somebody they don't know and just keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah,
everything's
exactly.
Okay.
Or a pet store.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
You can come to the show. You can look at the animal, see it.
You can
before
talk to
buy
you
it.
talk
You
to the
can
vendors.
Talk to the person
Yeah.
you're getting it from.
Yeah.
You'll get the support you need. Like the tech support for the animal, basically. And you can get good advice because there are people at these shows that have been doing this. I've been doing this for 30 plus years now.
Very cool.
So I have a little bit of knowledge left that I can share with
Right.
people.
And you'll get professional equipment. You won't get the same shit they try to sell you in a pet store that's not up to snuff. You get professional shit to take care of your animals because spend a good amount of money on an animal or something. You don't want like some $5 heat pad or some light or something
Right.
and have some faulty shit.
Habit trail that breaks off in your
And it
ass when the
doesn't
gerbil's
matter-
halfway in.
It doesn't matter what
Sucks.
your
I hate it when that happens.
It doesn't matter what your level is or what your, you know what I mean. A lot of industry things are kind of snobbish. Like I've gone to record shows and I've gone to toy shows and stuff where I got treated kind of like an asshole because I
'cause
wasn't
you don't-
one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah, I know how it
these
is.
shows I purposely make it so anybody that wants to, any age, any experience, even absolutely no experience. Just walk in, talk to people, look around, do whatever you want. There's no pressure to do anything.
Right.
If you want to spend all day there just staying out talking to people and then walking out the door without spending a penny, we don't care. It doesn't upset us. What upsets us is when people don't want to ask the questions and don't want to put the time in, and the animal suffers because of it.
Right.
You know, I'll sit there and spend all day trying to help somebody if they need the help.
Right.
I have no problem with that whatsoever. You know.
Okay. For anybody that doesn't know, there's a huge parking lot right across the street from the Crowfoot. So it's not like, it's downtown Pontiac, but it's not like you're going to have to park 4 blocks away and make your way. It's that huge parking lot right across the street from the Crowfoot.
Joe, a.k.a. Commission, your album, you're currently doing it right now. It's getting mastered right now?
Yeah, we're putting the finishing touches on it. Should be wrapping it up this month. And then I got September 6th, I'm going to be dropping the first music. The song's called Too Much. I got a music video we'll be dropping the same day, kind of the first offering off of the album. Then I'll be dropping a couple more, throughout the end of the year. I'm aiming for end of the year for the album to come out. Other than that, I mean, you can keep up with everything at commissionraps.com, at Commission Raps on all your social media.
Got any shows coming up?
I don't have a show personally, but I will be a part of an event with Detroit Rap, who I'm alongside with. We've got August 10th. It's inside of Little Caesars Arena at Sports and Social. It's like a social Saturday. We call it a beat jam. We got a couple performances. Dean Beans is actually one of the performers on there for that night. So I'll be out there in attendance helping out with that event. And then I'll, as soon as that first song comes up, I'm going to start booking some shows.
Very cool. Hip Tuck and Rumble.
So in August, the 17th, we're playing at Lynch's with the Eclectic.
Yep, LCF and Ryan Day.
The 23rd to the 25th, we're doing the Gypsy float down thing.
Which Cave Radio will be broadcasting live.
Hell yeah.
So all those guys have
ready to get drunk, man.
You guys floating down with us and everything?
I'm not going to be. I got my buddy lives like 30 minutes from there, and we got it's a hunting cabin.
Oh, nice.
And we're going up there to get shit ready for hunting season.
Hell yeah.
So these guys probably
float now.
I float well.
Come get drunk
I
with us,
float
Al.
well.
In that bikini?
Yeah, I'll wear that.
We need to get him
I'll wear a bikini.
All right,
American
perfect.
flag
That's
Speedo.
what I'm hoping.
Will that be part of your merch selection at your future show?
Yeah, I'll definitely wear one too with my wax chest. September 1st, we're playing the Blue Chili Fest in Goodles in Michigan. We're in Michigan.
Goodles, Michigan.
Yeah, I know. I'm in Indiana right now, apparently. And then the 14th of September, we're doing that show at the Emerald Theater.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
You guys ready to jam?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to have Hip Tuck and Rumble play us out for the night. Again, there is no Cruising the Barrio tonight. It'll be a replay. And by the way, Alyssa Kanga says Camille the Chicken.
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
name of the chicken that Gonzo used to bang.
Can I chime in real quick too?
Yeah.
It's for my more famous brother.
Oh yeah, your more famous brother.
So he will be helping me vend at the show at the Crowfoot. So any of Jason's fans come out.
Jason Lunguski.
Yeah.
The more famous Lunguski brother. He was actually Jason, come sit down for 1 second.
Yeah, dude,
Real
get in
quick.
here.
Sit on that mic. Tell us a little bit, real quick, how today went. The autism walk at the zoo.
It was super cool.
It was like 20 of you guys that were singing a song.
Yeah, there was like 21, 22 of us. I mean, there was all different varieties of singers throughout the Metro Detroit. So it was super cool seeing some of these guys singing with them. Only to name a few. Christina Chris from Kaleido was there.
Terry Burns.
Paulie. Stone Clover. Terrence Burns, who with the Court Town Popes recorded the track that we all sang to.
All the proceeds are going to go to the Autism Foundation.
Jamie Wilkins, huge shout out to her. She's a sweetheart and does a lot for this music community. Like, she put this thing together. And Lori and John, who puts together the Arts Beats and Needs, had a big hand in this and getting, this some media coverage and whatnot. But when they asked us to do it, they're like, it's going to be like 6:30 in the morning. We want you there. And like all these guys, obviously musicians, it's a nightlife.
Yeah.
So waking up at that hour, people are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Rocky Wallace was there too, and she had a gig. Some of these guys had a gig like
the night before.
Well,
yeah.
Paulie
did
did.
too.
Yeah,
played
for
Beer-
sure.
Summer
Yeah.
Beer Fest, and
Yeah.
so these guys, got no sleep, come to this gig, and just do it all for a good cause. Like it was great to see Dan with his kids there, and just
Dan Mayer, the owner of Cave Radio Broadcasting.
lending your time for something that you didn't have to do but wanted to do for someone, and whatever difference it made, whether people it sent them off with a good vibe, a good for the day, some good energy, and we put our hearts into just
cool.
one song for them.
I'll have to get you back in here soon, man.
Yeah,
I think you just made your 8th appearance.
Yeah,
on Big and Bigger.
I got some new songs rolling. So
all right, very cool. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Jason Leguski, thanks for jumping in. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Time is flying by now. Our kids got older somehow. And pretty soon they'll be bigger than me. From rocking in the cradle to dinner at the table, these days are too few and far in between. But we all need time with family. Oh, now, yeah, we gotta slow down before this life's just a memory. Oh, now, yeah, we gotta slow down. Won't you slow down with me? Friends that moved out of state, Christmas cards showed up late, the hourglass slipping away. Too many years in between, work has slowed all our dreams. The rat race is taking the lead, yes it is. But you'll always be a brother to me. Oh, now, yeah, we gotta slow down before this life's just a memory. Oh, now, yeah, we gotta slow it down. Oh, won't you slow down with me? Come home from a long day, pressure's written on our face. Through thick and thin we gotta be. Some may take for granted the blessings they've been handed when love is all they need. These are the things that matter to me. Yeah. Oh, now, yeah, we gotta slow down before this life just a memory. Yeah. Oh, now, yeah, we gotta slow it down. Oh, won't you slow down with me? These are the things, whoa. These are the things, whoa. These are the things that matter to me. These are the things, whoa. These are the things, whoa. These are the things that matter to me. Time is flying by now.
go. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. I want to thank everyone who tuned in via the website, CRBradio.com, or the people that tuned in watching it on Facebook Live, whether it be on my page or Al's page or Dawn's page or the Cave Radio page. Also, the apps we got. We have the Cave Radio app. It's all one word. You can get it on your Apple or your Android phone. Download it for free. We're also on Alexa. You can say, hey, Alexa, play CRB Radio, or hey, Alexa, play Cave Radio, and it'll pop up. And you can listen to us that way as well. So we introduced these guys earlier. They played us a couple badass tunes, and they got to get going back up to Port Huron. It's a long drive. So we're going to have them. Yeah, you guys had a long night last night. Hey, so do I, man. Fucking buck up. But I don't have an hour drive home, though, so. Oh, damn. I want to thank Commission and Evan and Jonathan for coming in and hanging out with us. Check them out. Check out the podcast. Check us out on Facebook Live. Go to the Cave Radio page. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, in the Cave Radio studios, hip, tuck, and rumble.
One, two, three, go!
Thanks, guys.
I was not expecting to be that loud. Fuck.
Yeah, well, this cable was giving me troubles all night last night, dude. I stepped on it and then cut out. I'm going to get a new one. one we got for you guys is another new one. This one's called The Storm. Hope you guys like it.
Better like it.
But once I saw right through you, baby. just go away.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Hip Tuck and Rumble. All right. My boys, Joe Kalen says, my boys. Tons of comments throughout Facebook about how great you guys sounded and all that stuff. So shout out to all the people listening and hanging out with us, even though we are probably the most boring duo, triple trio.
Threesome?
Yeah, threesome. Yeah,
He's
sure.
trying to stay away from that word.
Real quick, I forgot to do this earlier. Congratulations to the Setting Ducks, which is my daughter's volleyball team, which they were up in Port Huron at Volleygrass. They came in second out of 40 teams, so it wasn't bad. Huh?
Who won that?
I don't know. The team that beat my daughter's team. I don't know. Yeah. But then my ex-wife, her mom, in the over 40 division, ended up winning the whole thing. So great job up in Port Huron. We'll see you guys next week. We got Blackmail, Maini, and Valid will be in here, local hip-hop artists. So thank you all again for hanging out with us, and we will see you next Sunday.
Bye.
Hold on. I got to put something in here to play. Just throw that in there.
Way to go, fellas.